Get volunteer marshals to the track, please. Volunteer marshals for my novice race. Volunteers, please. Okay, no problem. Thank you, Nevin. Man, I like them Rockstar shirts. How'd I get me some of them? And Rich did a good job also the event shirt weekend. Those things look nice also.
I can hear Lance now. When he talks. No, I don't hear him.
Robert, you got a marshal? All right, I got another volunteer, Robert.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Levels 1, 2, 3. Levels, 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 levels. Levels, 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 levels. Levels, 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 levels. Testing 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3. Levels 1, 2, 3. Okay, and which is, so I assume this is this slide right here. No. So you can just push a button to mute me and move over to that. Yes. Well, because we're using the same, we're one side of the. Yeah. So we just need a, we need a button that will. I got it. I know where. I know.
Novice, you can be on the driver's stand. Novice, you can be up on the stand. Novice, up on the stand. Race number 21, you are for race number 2. I have 33 tickets, guys. 33 raffle tickets remaining. Come on up, finish them up. We'll do the drawing. And somebody's going to go home with a card kit. We also got another card kit we've got to award to Andrew Bryant. He was our Lefty travel winner. Great Lefty to the state travel winner. You got to get a photograph of him as well.
2 minutes from the start of the race.
So if you guys have lots of turn marshals out there, please. Let's give it to Mr. Tony out there. We'll put him down.
How you doing? Right here, sir.
Right here.
How you doing? How many would you like? How much are they? $10 a ticket. 2 of them. Yeah, you grab that. You guys are set up for shit here. We're trying. I'm a spectator.
Yeah, man. Good to see you.
What's your last name, buddy?
Have some stickers.
G-R-A-N-A-C-K.
Thank you. Good luck to you today. Let's put on the show. Mm-hmm. Testing.
Oh, thank you.
Taking the track. Let's get checked in. Race number 2, 40 plus nitro buggy. Need to start warming them up. Race 2, 40 plus nitro buggy. Start warming them up.
I can hear you.
Yeah, but I gotta do it. He just so if Gene's gonna be camera, I don't pay Gene that much money. The only thing, yeah, that's what we gotta do. Like I wanted to learn if I'm gonna go up there. So the only thing is when it's working, I feel obligated. I have to pay him. The problem is I don't have any more money in the budget to pay him. Okay, I'm already not making a single cent as it is.
Jessica Watford.
Penny. So I don't have any more money.
Mark Terrible. Jenny West. Sean Watford.
No, I
Stephen
mean,
Watford.
he's just pretty much what, so I can keep learning.
Wait on check from Riley Hickerson.
So Gene's up there now.
Wait on check from them too.
Mm-hmm.
Riley Hickerson and Harper
I can hear you fine. Can you hear me good?
Yes. Do you have an iPhone charger?
I do. Pass it there. I'll put it on charge.
Let me have your cable. I have the battery here. I use mine. So I don't care the battery.
So you're going to have to do moving camera now, Danny?
Don't have a check from Harper. No check from Harper.
So, okay, so can I do switching her as well? Just switch between the cameras?
Here we go. Luke's gonna go live in 5, 4.
Okay, are we live on YouTube and all that? Are we live on YouTube? Okay, there we go. Let me set up everything here. Yeah, buddy. Perfect. Yeah, it's humid.
Luke live here in 3, 2, 1. Steven, you are not on the clock. Steve Downey, you are not on the clock. Steve, you need to cut the track. There you go. There you go. All right, race number 1 out on the track. Novice, brought to you by Complete Construction. Round number 2 of qualifiers underway. Keep getting a transponder pop up around the car. That's Riley. I do. I do now. After you told me.
Riley Hickerson. 4 minutes left.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yes, I'm here. Yeah, I'm on the camera, Ray. Yes, I am. Press camera number 1 on the main switch.
.130 down, 3:30 left to go. Bart right now leading the way, lap 5:28. Now going to go off line 8, lap 5:37. Dresden Bertle holding on to the number 2 spot, 7, lap 5:06. Sean Walford holding on to 3, Brooks Walford in the 4, Steve Downey in the 5, Jenny Nowak in the 6, Riley Hickerson 7, Harper Walford 8, Savannah Hernandez 9. We're 2 minutes down, 3 minutes left to go. 2 down, 3 minutes remaining. Race number 2, race 2. Stop it on there.
Are you there, Ken?
And good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Epic RC Complex, where we are holding the 6th iteration of the 2023 Florida. This event entirely live here in Newport Richey, Florida. Right now we are on Q2 of qualifiers today. We have 2 rounds of qualifying. We just done 1 that just completed. It took about 3 hours to do a round. And we are getting started and getting going already. We will have single A mains and double A mains for electric, single B mains and C mains, and double A mains for electric, 25-minute nitro mains. And we are scheduled to be racing here under the lights at the beautiful Epic RC complex here. Remember, this is round 7. If you guys can hear me out there in the chat, please let me know. And if you guys can please share this chat, I greatly appreciate it as we try to get more RC racing out there in the algorithm so people preparing this track. I watched last night as the track crew. Morning, Chemo. How are you? The track crew put on some more calcium last night. Already this track was as hard as concrete, and they put some more calcium down, but I guess it was the smart thing to do because when we woke up this morning, it was very humid and very overcast. No rain actually fell, but we saw the track change completely. It was slightly loamy. My type of favorite, it was very soft. The line was gone. So with the humidity coming off the ground and the overcast, it created a whole different condition for these drivers. A lot of people were lost still going out on yesterday's tires and setup and found it very difficult. So now they've made adjustments, but now the sun has come out. And as the sun comes out, the traction and durability of this track will change even more. It would have picked up some bumps in the first round of qualifying, but we shall see how these guys figure it out. As you can see, it's massive jumps here at the Epic RC complex. We have a massive mountain of dirt. I see he said about 5 to 6 big truckloads of dirt right there in that corner. Honestly, the video does not do it justice how big it is. It's actually high. It's taller than a person, I would say. But we are here racing at round 6 of the Florida RC Championships, brought to you by Lance McDonald. So points are still tight. I was talking to some of the open drivers. They're very tight on points at the top. So they're looking to gain some ground in this race to the end. We have one more round left that will be taking place the weekend after Thanksgiving. Weekend of Thanksgiving, sorry. And you are watching the premier RC Racing League in America. And Danny Pass is just back in.
You're going to take the win. Settle at 520. DQ here in round number 2. Remember, guys, it is on a 12-point format. So the best thing to finish overall. Either you're done, you're down and done anyway. Throw the ball for you're done.
Oh, that would be smart.
It's okay, honey.
So I don't know what I'm doing her, though.
All right, don't worry about it. Am I filled?
So where's that?
Filled up?
Waiting on Savannah, Jessica, and Harper.
Uh-huh.
For now, this is what you're going to be using. This camera, the second.
Okay. But that's the moving camera? Okay. And okay, perfect.
Harper, just waiting on Jessica. She's definitely much better than her husband because
Chemo RC, how you doing, man? How's things in Bermuda? You guys getting hit by that storm over there? Is it a lot of rain? Your lens case? Oh. All right, so Danny just out there looking for his lens. We will be getting back to moving cameras here in a minute. Hello, Nuclear Crypto. thank you for tuning in, man. Hope everything's going well. As we're coming up on the end of the 2023 season here of RC in America. As winter comes in, we'll see racing diminish, I say, and go back to on indoor 10 scale racing as winter comes. Not here in Florida though. So we're all good here in Florida. We will have to suffer for rain, but it's an absolute beautiful day here today. It's a little bit humid. So, but the sun's coming out. It's going to bake off some of that humidity. We are expecting high temperatures here in Florida. Newport Richie we're at. Arrived in America yesterday in Fort Lauderdale, and Danny Paz and I made the drive across Florida. It took 4.5, almost 5 hours, man. I keep getting reminded how huge Florida actually is as a state and how huge RC is here, and this is a testament to this, with this race selling out in under 16 minutes when entries were open. It's jam-packed here at the Epic RC complex. There we see Ryan Styles Harris, who is making somewhat of a comeback here in RC. I was talking to him earlier. He's just enjoying himself. So good to see him out there. Hopefully he'll get some content from this race, which will be great for everybody. There's Trent Walk out there also, Tarmac. And then they will go straight into mains. So Lance McDonald runs a tight ship. He has a time in mind for when he'll be done, and he's going to try his best to stick to that. He's even cutting time off, and that's how confident he is. He's happy with that. Let's see if he can keep that momentum going. As this traction comes up, you're going to see these cars starting getting faster and faster. It is jam-packed here. All the campers are perfectly spaced apart. It's pretty incredible. The tech, I would say this is more like a, what's that game? Tetris game of campers here at the Epic RC complex, as Lance McDonald and his parking crew have managed that exceptionally well and got all these campers and trailers all parked out there like a Tetris game. There we see young Gabriel Santiago trying to do it for his home country of Puerto Rico. And lots of, obviously, you know, this is South Florida. There's the man who has recovered from his RC-related throttle finger injury he sustained at the last Georgia Peach State Classic, where he almost ruined his RC career by damaging his throttle finger from pulling the throttle too hard. Tony Pataschow out in that gray, yellow, and old school flamed Kyosho. So all the top racers here in Florida are here racing 1/8 scale. We got J.R. Mitch also making a trip up here to do some racing. So coming out of a slight bit of 10 scale retirement, we see him. Right now we're watching, we got Gene Hickerson in the 40 plus class, who's probably looking to do well here and win this class. He's currently in first. And there's Gene right there. I think he just recently moved to SRAX. He's launching his new dialed tires. I'm sure he's out there testing them. Developed here in America, so I think he's been doing this for quite some time. As I see Gene being chased by Mayako. Not sure who that is. I'll have to see when they go by who that is behind him. I believe sorry, I'm not sure if that's a Mayako or not. But we want to thank everybody for joining us. Please share this as much as you can. Share it to your Facebook socials. And watch some of the best in Florida duke it out here in this dirt arena for these RC Gladiators. It's going to be a rough race. It's going to be a battle of not making mistakes when you come off one of these big jumps. The jump faces are gnarly. They're very steep. We're going to see the track change as we go into the night as the moisture comes up. There's Gene making a mistake. Make no mistakes, people. That bank there is an easily 8 to 9 feet in height. Thank you, Diego. Gracias. Obrigado. Diego just bought me an exceptional lemonade here. Freshly squeezed lemonade that they have in the concession stand is actually very good. That will be my drink of choice for today. As we are on board with Gene Hickerson as he comes down the straightaway, I want to call that the Crooked Dragon's back there, coming up to the wall. That jump it's so simple, but it's been giving people fits. Yesterday, some cars are getting sent straight up in the air, having to slam on brakes and bring that rear end on. I believe that is Jonathan Hernandez making the trip up with the contingent of the Fort Lauderdale, South Florida racers. Good to see them up here racing. They've been racing a lot this year. I got to see them at the round 5 held at Mills Pond, their local track. And they have moved up to, I saw them at the Wicked Weekend and at the Peach State Classic here.
Just got the first lap counted here for Mike Lorenzo.
So good to see the contingent of the South Florida RC scene. Good to see that scene growing again and seeing these guys racing. What's up, Derek Vanderham? I'm going to see you next week. Yeah, no, in about a week's time. No, in a week's time, we'll be into, 2 weeks' time. But I leave next week. But right now, we're on board with the Rockstar Hobbies 40 Plus Nitro Buggy Heat 1 of 1. Let's go back to Gene Hickerson out here in the new S-Works cars. His new S-Works cars. I'm sure he's running the new ones as well. Testing out his new dialed racing tires. So they announced that this past week. Throwing his hat into he used to be the VP importer, throwing his hat into the Dyer game himself. Good day, Rory Holler up there in Wisconsin. Who does Green Bay play this weekend? I need to find out who Tampa's going to play. Would love to get to a pro game one day when I'm out here. But good to be out here with all the Florida racers. There we see Tony Rivas, I believe that's him. Lance McDonald has his VP tents going over there. Great deal for people. They got a table, tent, electricity, pit mat, and free water, soda, and treats, and a complimentary lunch as well for a price. Always thinking outside the boxes. Gabriel Santiago's cutting out a car. But we see Gene driving very smart. The landings are a bit shallow for these jumps, these high jumps. So you see these drivers jumping slightly short, not fully sending it to get those cars to land cushiony soft on the landing as much as possible. Yes, sir, Derek. About 2 weeks left. Dixie this weekend. How's that going? That's the oval race. The mains are today, but I was able to get the day off somehow. Okay. They're just getting you ready for Masters coming up. Where is this track located in Florida? I'm South Alabama, near the Gulf, only 45 minutes from Pensacola. This is in Newport Richey, here in just south of Tampa. So on the West Coast, but probably well south of Pensacola. There's a track up near that area. They're actually having a race too. It's BT Raceway. But Gene Hickerson not taking the win in that. You see Alan Abbas, Tony Pattershaw beating out the veteran Gene the Machine Hickerson, once former pro racer. Make Florida his home for some time now. Still avidly racing, running his dialed hobbies business. Gene's daughter's also racing this weekend. But the coverage of this is brought to you by WRCE. We do RC Media. Danny Paz, working hard, making sure everything's right. Out there taking pictures. Up next is the Techno RC Open Nitro Truggy. You see Dennis Coley, Jason Cizilli, William Talkstorff, Brian Lofton, RJ Diamond, Dylan Sauer, Kristen Martinez, Chris Powell, Peyton Rissinger, and Jose Augustino, Thank you, Rory Holler. I appreciate that, man. I have a nice, cool, freshly squeezed lemonade, and that $4.99 paid for it. Thank you for the super chat. We greatly appreciate that. But what we need for you guys is to share this, get it out of the algorithm. You are looking at the premier 1/8 scale racing series in America, the Florida RC Championships, here at the Epic RC Complex in Newport Richey. So Danny Paz just down here getting everything adjusted. Man is scrambling here to do pictures. I don't know how this gentleman does it. One-man team. Well, we have Gene and Patrick going to help us out with cameras and commentary as well today. I did get out and get a track pit walk with people. Got to talk to some of the Floristralian competitors here. It's always good to come here to Florida. And a lot of my support for the podcast and My work with JQ Racing came here out of Florida and out of the Southeast, so it's always good to come here. And this is the Techno RC Open Nitro Truggy Heat 1 of 2. We have 21 qualifiers to go today, and we're going straight into finals. Race digit says, "Go Dustin, South Florida represent." So let's.
It's not clean. It's called L1, something like that. To the left top corner. Left.
Oh. Okay, now you want to go to. There we go. Danny just. My mistake, everybody. Learning the new switches here. Well, learning about the switches as Danny passes on the camera. I don't know who we're following. We'll see when they come across the loop here as their times have started. Connor Daly says, shout out all the way from Ireland. Thank you for tuning in. I bet winter's starting to come over there in Ireland. Love to get over to Ireland, get up to the BAD MCC track up there. Shout out to Rennick Model Tune and all those guys over there. Blakely Abernathy. And we are on board with our leader, Kristen Martinez, out in that very much red and blue techno car. Out there, Nitro Truggy. 2 heats of Nitro Truggy, Open Nitro Truggy here at the Florida RC Championships. We hope you're enjoying the coverage there, Connor. Over there in beautiful Ireland. Never been to Ireland. Want to get there one day, hopefully. Worked with lots of Irish guys when I was in London working in the tunnels. But yes, Derek, looking forward to Masters in 2 weeks' time. My favorite RC 10 scale dirt race. And then, of course, we have lots of racing come up for the rest of this year. We still got AMS and Florida Carpet Championships, the 7th round of this race, Fall Brawl. Lots and lots of racing coming up here over the next 2 months, right up into December. Culminating in the in Florida anyway, in the Southeast, the 12 scale on-road world championships happening at Beachline in December. So okay, so I'm informed that this is actually our lead. Oh, and just as we say that, he hits a nail. Can't afford to do that out there, bouncing. Nice, beautiful car he has here, very coordinated. Looks like a blue and yellow, I think, or black and yellow. Very hard to tell from the screen. Let's see if our cameraman can get in there. It's like a purple, dark purple, blue, yellow. Nice paint job. It is a Mugen, it looks like, too. And they're now down to second with a 38.1 by Kristen Martinez, is currently on an 8.508 pace. So Kristen just dropping out of that top spot. Now overtaken by Dylan Sauter, who just threw down a 36.8. He's on an 8.504 pace. So beautiful day here in Florida. I'm actually looking at the weather coming in. It's not full sun yet, not full heat yet, but it's coming, and it's going to bake this track as we are watching Christian go across the Crooked Dragon, around that sweeper, up over that. It's like a step up almost. You have to hit it like a step up. Oh, he doesn't want to keep tagging races out there. As we saw recently here at the Buggyland races, saw a lot of aggression from some of the top drivers in the world. Things getting serious on the. Oh man, just so we see the traction is just starting to come up. Before, when they used to be able to slide around that corner, now it's gripping on that this next blue and red Truggy with the yellow wing. We thank everybody for tuning in. We hope everybody's doing good. I know that Rory's from Wisconsin. We see Connor's from Ireland. The Chemo is from Bermuda. Where's the saltiest of salt? Salty Joe. Surprise, he's not there. He's probably working today. Remember, everybody, please share this. Get it out in the algorithms. Let's get RC racing going. More RC racing in the cloud, and the algorithm is good for everybody. But this is round 6 of the Florida RC Championships. at Epic RC Complex in Newport Richey. This is one of the tracks where it's in a very populated area. Usually we go to tracks that are a little off the beaten path, not too much people living around, but there's storefronts, there's boat yards. I believe that's a mechanic shop right next door. So this is one of those tracks that's in the middle of a population of people. You don't see that much nowadays, but I believe the owner, Rich Torito, has done a good job of getting this place into shape. He's built a track, lots and lots of dirt out here. He has a hobby shop attached to it as well. So thank you to them and their track crew for all their hard work and getting us here for the sixth round of this, the now premier.
Should be a race. Everybody should be done. Already put your truck down. Coming out, grab the commercial spot. I need Gillen, please, on the 6. Chris on the 8. Chris Martinez on the 7. Peyton on the number 9. Bill Toxdorf on the 3. Jason Silly on the 2. Brian Lawson on the 4. Dennis on the 1. And RJ, please, on the 5. RJ on the 5. Quickly, guys, coming out, grab a commercial spot. Gillen on 6, Chris Mao on 8, Martinez on 7, Peyton on 9, Toxdorf on 3, Silly on 2, Lawson on 4, Cooley on 1, RJ on 5. 1:30 to the start. All right, guys, here we go. 35 seconds. Loop goes live. 35, loop goes live.
10 seconds to the start of the race.
No check from, well, Anthony's right here in front of you. You put your dip in backwards.
15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, here we go. We're off and running. Race number 4 is underway. Ready right now, leading the way. Got a 3-point. 3-10 to the second lead up on Josie Battershaw. Techno open nitro truck out on the track. Race number 4, race number 5 coming up next.
All right, everybody, I am back. Sorry, I was just talking to I don't know if this establishment or the RCR, the Epic RC Complex. They receive Mr. Gorilla Speed himself, Mr. Brian Lofton out there doing some turn marshalling. That is not Freddie Villanova. Yes, that is Freddie Villanova. Out there's S-Works. Was talking to Freddie earlier. He's super excited there. He actually sent me some old videos of Boggy Creek from back in the day. I think Boggy Creek is even before Lance was involved in RC. So old school Floridian racers would know about that. Bobby's 100-foot whoop section that he was famous for. Derek, so you are lots of racing coming up. After Masters, I'll take a break before the brawl. I want to go to AMS, but it's just, yeah, it's a lot of racing, dude. AMS is coming up soon. You know, right after Masters, it's like 2 weeks after that. So going to be good to see some of the best European guys coming over. We're going to have Canas Barufalo, Robert Badier, young Pekko Ivanen from Finland, everybody's favorite co-host, JQ, all coming to the AMS race next month. All right, well, it's good to go up and talk to him in pure Dominican Spanish. Yeah. And he's out there. It's actually a nice white, pink, and blue painted body. Yep, running S-Works cars. Probably he's been S-Works for quite some time now. Lots of S-Works. One of the brands really growing here in the Southeast, all thanks to people like Brent Densford out there putting in a lot of work. A lot of also Florida with. I'm surprised Maxie isn't here. Maybe a little bit too far for him to travel. But thank you guys all for joining us. And it's still overcast, so it's not, the sun isn't out as hot as it was yesterday, so this track isn't baking off all the moisture. So this track is now at a different stage than it was earlier as we started the qualifying, so it's definitely changing up. This is outdoor racing. In fact, this is my first 8-scale outdoor race in quite some time. We've been under a roof almost every race besides the Nationals. Nance has got his chick Fila. Freddie out to a 3.2 second lead, 1.7 second lead over Aiden Cotu. Aiden doing very well at the Peach State Classic a couple of weeks ago up there in Tiger, Georgia. He got on the podium if my memory serves me correct, but Nitro Truggy is on tap as we see Freddie getting a little bit sideways. It goes around that 180 and over that big double into this smaller double. This section of the track is tricky as well. This double is very hard to judge up there. The lane looks so narrow as they go up into the crooked dragon back. So Freddie finding a way through there, avoiding that traffic or that crashed car in front of him. And that was a 37.2 for Freddie, but Aiden 2.7 back, but Aiden actually made a mistake, or he's out. He's showing the red line of death at this moment. But Freddie Villanova is on tap to take TQ, followed by Dylan Sauder, Chris Powell, Kristen Martinez, and Aiden Cotu, currently in 5th. We have Pro Nitro Truck up next. So thank you to Tech 6-second lead over Aiden Cotu after Aiden has a big, bad mistake. And it's going to be, Josie Padishow in 3rd. She's going to be happy about that. She was super happy she got a 3rd in the first round of qualifying. So someone's leaving mysterious notes on her RC stuff, so she's desperately trying to figure out who's doing these notes. But it's Villanova, Cotu, Padishow, Pete Iorio, Aiden Murphy, Michael Proenza. Pete, Aiden. Pete jumping up to 3rd. Aiden, Mike Walker, Michael Proenza, Anthony Gardner, Scott Weidemeyer, and Danny Beers. Not getting any laps. Scott or Danny not getting any laps. So hope you're still enjoying some warm weather up there in Canada. I'm looking at Danny Paz going through his pictures. He's got some good shots out there, Danny. Well done. So he's trying to pick some great photos for the. You can follow all the media for Florida RC Championships on their Facebook page. So go over there and check it out. If you're in the Florida area on vacation or planning to do some RC while on vacation, please come by and try to hit up one of these races. If you have it in the area, contact with Lance McDonald. But up next, we see Phil Iorio, Joshua Vicadamani, Nico Listi, Adam Terrell, Juan Cerna, Dave Fowler, Anton Watson, Brack Nicosia, Kyle Hill, and Big Tony Brown. Heat 101, just 10 truggies out there. So, Left Tire Slew said Davide is the GOAT. We didn't get to those questions this week. Me and Max ended up geeking out too much, but we're going to get to them next week. But we did touch on your GOAT question. Still a long way. He's still young. Still got a lot of racing to do before he gets to GOAT status. But he's definitely on there. Tigretti RC, how is everybody? Are you all supporting us in the MX of Nations? I didn't honestly. Is it MX of Nations this week? I think actually JQ's going there. Is it in France? I don't follow football that much. Sorry, football, shucks. Motocross that much. So I enjoy it, but I don't follow it. But I know Joseph is a big motocross fan, and he went from Buggyland to France, and I assume he's going to the race out there. So, yeah, okay, so qualifying today. How long is the race? Qualifying today, finals tomorrow. Who went for America to MX of Nations?
Murphy, got to sit down, buddy. Murphy, got to sit down, buddy. Thank you. There's a red Mitsubishi parked in the driveway. You need to move, please. Red Mitsubishi parked in the driveway. You need to move, please.
Left and right. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Pro Nitro Truck, brought to you by WRCE. Underway, round 2 of qualifying.
So we are on top with Phil Iorio, who is looking to be a favorite going into this race. He was very fast on in Mills Pond and in April for round 5. Phil, this is his home track. He was working on the track last night. I was asking what he was doing. They put on some calcium, some water. I believe it was sugar water on the face of the jumps. And as you can see, it's still overcast out there. So the traction on this track is a little bit different. Let's see who that's. Phil right there. In that red and yellow blue Mugen, always run Mugen for quite a long time. Met Phil here many years ago with Mitch Zeck, and may rest in peace Jeff Berlin as well. Here at this race when it was under a previous owner. But there's Phil, still racing, still helping out at his local track. And he's a good truggy driver, man. He does really well in these truggy classes. He's got that Mugen truck pretty dialed as he goes up and over the hip jump to make his way around the crooked dragon onto the straightaway here. This track is a lot packed into a little space. There's a lot of dirt out there. I mean, they have so much dirt. They had so much dirt, they didn't know what to do with it. So that also means they can create a lot of different elevation aspects and whatnot to this track. So well done to the Epic RC Complex crew. And thank you guys all for tuning in back home. Let us know how things go in the MX of Nations, Tigretti, qualifying-wise and whatnot, please. But right now we are watching Phil Iorio, and he comes by, and that's a 34.8 for Phil. He's showing immense pace right off the bat. Brad Nicosia and Juan Cerna will be looking to answer that, but neither of them have been able to drop down into that 34-lap range, as Phil just threw down a 34.8. Brad and Cerna are about just under a second behind him as Phil makes a mistake. So that's going to cost him much needed time. He's only got a 1.6 second lead over Brad at this moment. But them guys are looking to drop down and do some hot laps. You know, and it goes from bad to worse for Phil as he just goes off the track. This is going to be a very long lap for him. He's going to drop down the totem pole. And that's going to should allow Brad to take over this lead as Phil makes another mistake. Just getting frustrated. And that was a... Wow, what was that for Phil? That was a 46.7. Woo, boy, he lost 10 seconds on that race. So now it's Brad Nicosia, Juan Jose Cerna, Anton Watson, Dave Fowler, and Phil Iorio, top 5. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you to all the racers that came out to support this race. Thank you to everybody that supported the Getting Lefty to America waffles. We greatly appreciate it, and congratulations to the winner. We're going to go take a picture with him later. But we are here to race, and racing is what we're doing. And the weather is somewhat okay. It's not hot. It's overcast. So still following Phil Iorio. He has 1 minute and 17 seconds left to go in this race. Here, did I give you guys some stickers? Hey. There you go. I meant to give some to the other gentleman who was just in here. But Brad Nicosia just throwing on a 35.9. He's got a 1.8 second lead over Colombia's Juan Jose Serna. Antoine Watson, another veteran. Met Antoine back in 2004 at the Nitro Dirt, what was it called? The Lance Norks race. I forget the exact name of it. Beach RC is bringing you Pro Nitro Truggy here. Thank you to Beach RC for their continued support. They are having their Dixie Nationals at this point. What's up, Paul? How you doing, man? Thank you, man. Hope you guys are good. I hope Larry's good. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. I can't do it without you guys tuning into the podcast, tuning into the commentary, these races. It's really the man that works hard is Danny Paz bringing this all to life with WRCE Media. Whoa, and that person gets frustrated. And then, of course, Lance McDonald with the series he's got going on, understanding that coverage for these races is as important as the big races. Hopefully I'll see you at AMS. But I see Mike Walker deep in thought watching these truggies. Probably thinking what he's going to do to his truggy. Danny Paz is doing double duty today. Up and down, up and down. There we go. Brad Nicosia, Juan San Antoine Watson, Dave Fowler, Adam Tyrrell, Phil Iorio. Having a bad day. But I think all these guys will make the A main. That's good, man. Larry's chilling out too. Larry's always chilling. Always chilling. So up next is Open Nitro Buggy, brought to you by Mayako. Bobby Blair, Scott Whitemeyer, Tamika Washington, Dennis Coley, Javier Torres, Raymond Goganowski, Brian Lofton, Eric Jacobs, Kevin Ramos, and Eric Everett. Hello, Class RC. Good day, Lefty from Israel. Hello, how are you? Thank you for tuning in. How is the race scene over in Italy? I mean, Israel, sorry. Are you guys racing instead? I remember I used to have a buddy who used to race over there. He was pretty big into it. And he got into modeling during COVID. So he doesn't do it no more. Here you go, sir. Have some stickers. No worries. Good luck to you. Yes, I'll be at AMS. I'll be there announcing with WRCE. Danny Paz here. We get to see some of the Europeans coming over to race. So that's good. So, good stuff. Heat 1 of 2 for Open Nitro Buggy. Remember, people can only run 2 classes here. And people take the points extremely serious. So, Israel. Tell me a little bit about the Israeli RC racing scene. Are you guys racing? Is it 1/8 scale? I know there used to be, but 10 scale, but not so sure now. I know I watched that one Israel, I believe he's from Israel, the guy who does all the speed runs on YouTube. I forget his name, but he's got some fast cars. So, Bobby Blair, Scott Whitemeyer, Tamiko Washington, Dennis Coley, Javier Torres, Raymond Gognalsi, Brian Gorilla Speed, Lofted. No racing there. We have GT and on-road racing, but no. RC can die in your area. I've seen it happen twice in my area. So, unfortunate. As Lance directs people to get on some turn marshal, keeps a smooth ship going here. Barring any weather, he's looking to get done at a good time. He is very diligent on his race corner, but right now as this clock starts, Bobby Blair, Javier Torres, Eric Jacobs, Kevin Ramos, Scott Whitemeyer starting up here. So let's get off there and let's get on some camera work as we're switching over to our cameraman, Eugene Strout. So I will let you know who this is when they come across the loop. Nobody's counting at the moment. Well, thank you all for joining us. Raz Schifrin, perfect pass, dude. Yep, yeah, that's his name, Raz. So he has some super fast cars. His YouTube channel is growing immensely too. That guy's doing really well on YouTube. Good to see. So we are on board with this red and black car, black wheels. I'm not sure who that is. Maybe Danny Paz can let me know. He knows these. That's these Florida racers. It could be Peyton Riesinger. Let's see when they come across the loop. So.
Peyton right now. Riesinger right now leading with 8 lap 509. Richard Dean in the number 2 spot. Bobby Blair in the number 3. Ken Ramos working the 4. Eric Everett in the 5. Aaron Jacobs in the 6. Brian Lawson in the 7. Javier Torres in the 8. Bryson Dwyer in the 9. Raymond holding on to the 10. Tamika in the 11.
We are on board with Richard Dean. He gets tangled up in that green car. These guys, remember, they're going to run their own race out there. Don't try to get in each other's way. And there's Richard Dean. What's up, Basement? How you doing? Good to see you. Cass says, I am a team driver for separate and touring car. Okay, awesome. Is touring car... Do they do any touring car racing in Israel as well? Richard Dean out there. That it looks like a purple and yellow type car. It is absolutely packed here at the Epic RC complex. It is a very small area with a lot of people and trailers all packed in here. Kudos to the parking crew and planning for getting everybody fitting here for the 6th round of the RC championships.
Please report the podium with your car for photo for CQ. Bart Purble. I'm saying that name wrong, but it's close. Gene Hickerson, please report the podium for CQ photo. Gene Hickerson, please report. What? You broke? Oh. Gene Hickerson, please report to podium for TQ photo.
All right, so Bauman, you're in the basement working. No RC for you. Cass says there are racetracks for all scales in Israel. Awesome, awesome. So, but gotta send me some pictures. I would agree with you there, basement. Needs a little bit, some longer landing jumps. I'm sure they'll put that into the next layout. But it makes these drivers try to be more precise with their landings as well and avoid as much chassis slapping as possible.
Brandon Goja. When you get done car marshaling, report to podium for TQ photo.
45 seconds left.
All right, so still on board with Richard Dean, our leader. He's just doing on a 37.3. He gives a 13.9 second lead over Eric Everett. He's on a 9.532. Eric on an 8.514. So Richard out there flying at the moment in the zone as he comes by. Goes up over that little step-up jump, which was sending people straight up in the air yesterday. So a bit different. Let me, as we wrap up here, let me go talk to Danny Paz and see if he wants to do some TQ interviews.
Eric Jacobs, only one down so far.
Moving on to the event. Eric Driver's right. Ryan Walking done. Anita Washington done. Dennis Foley done. Kevin Mayer done.
Wait on Richard
Jimmy
Dean.
Robinson done.
Wait on Richard Dean. Last one to finish. Richard Dean. Richard Dean coming the only one to reach that 9-lap pace. There we go, guys. That's the race. Everybody is done. All right, you guys put your buggies down. Come out and grab it to Marshall spot. Race number 8 going to be coming up next. Or excuse me, race 7 coming up next. Race 8, you're on deck.
Adrian Gibson. Miller Boyd.
I need Kevin Ramos on the 9, Eric Jacobs on the 8, Raymond on the 6, Brian Lawson on the 7, Tamika Washington on the 3, Dennis on the 4, Bobby Blair on the 1, Javier Torres on the 5, and Scott Weinmeyer, please, on the 2.
Christian Martino.
Actually, Richard Dean, if you would please take the 2. Richard Dean, take the 2. Richard Dean, take the 2.
Jose Agostino. JP Stein. Joey Lupino. Brian Hutchinson. Craig Robertson. Cameron
Bobby Blair, you're on the 1, Raymond on the 6. Richard Dean, if you take the 2, thank you, sir. Tamika Washington on the 3, waiting on Jake Lester and Aaron Tyrell. Sorry about it.
90 pass.
Yeah, once we get there, we still got a minute and a half before we start. Or minute 10. What is it? What number?
We're here with Freddie Villanova, who just took TQ of Open Truggy.
Yes, sir.
S-Works cars are looking really good out there. How are you liking the track so far? And tell us a little bit about your tire choice.
Yeah, the track is dialed. Nice big jumps, tons of grip. And the nice thing is that the track's not eating the tires right now. And I went.
I've been racing here in Florida for many, many years. You sent me some video of old Boggy Creek. How would you explain the RC racing scene here in Florida at the moment?
Oh God, it's exploding. A scale is so huge right now, and now Lance is going to have the 10 scale series next year, and it's just awesome. I love being part of it. I've been in part of it since early. Maybe I can get a win.
All right, awesome. Sorry about. There we go, Freddie. We got Carlos in there taking video. Where's our good job, Freddie? Thanks a lot. We're waiting for Brad Nicosia. I'm not sure. Sorry about that. I almost choked on something. I think Dan is giving me the quit sign. And I'm going to go back to calling the race.
All right, guys, here we go. 10 seconds.
Less than 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, loop inside, loop inside. Race number 7 underway. Race 7 on the clock. All right, got everybody on the clock here. Race number 7 underway. Open Nitro Buttons brought to you by Ohio out on the track. What happened? Oh, dang, really?
4 minutes left.
Marshall on 9. Kevin Ramos, you're supposed to be on bucket 9. Kevin Ramos, you're supposed to be on bucket 9. Not there. No, he's bits right there. He's right beside it. He bits right there. Kevin Ramos used to be on 9. I know you hear me because the speaker is literally right there at your trailer. Cameron Goff right now leading the way, 9 lap 5.22. Jake Lasco in the number 2 spot. JP in that number 2. Jake Lasco in the 3. 2 minutes down, 3 minutes left to go.
3 minutes left.
Alrighty, and we're back here with the Heat 2 of the Mayako Nitro Open Nitro Buggy. Out front is Cam Goff, JP Signs, Jake Lasco, Kurt Robinson, Brian Hutchison. Tyler Gent down in 6. Miller Freud leading the points at this moment. But Cam not too far off, 2 points he said, so he's looking to get maximum points for this weekend and do really well here. And going into the final round, I think it's going to be a nail biter if he can pull off a good finish and close that gap somewhat. Alrighty, so we are back and we are on board with, I want to say that's Cam Goff. Yep, out there in the X-ray. His brother was here yesterday, but he left. He didn't. He raced, he did practice, but decided not to race today. Probably focusing on for the carpet championships. Cam Goff focusing on taking over that top spot from Miller Freud, who's currently being scored on in 7th. So it's Cam Goff, JP Signs, Jake Lasco moving up to 3rd. Kurt Robinson, the wakeboard New Zealander, making the trip to race here at Newport Richie. Not sure what part of Florida he's from, probably more to the south. But right now we are on board with Cam Goff. Oh, and he just makes a mistake, and that turn marshal's not going to see him as he gets into the wiggle of come get me. But there's a 10-second lead over this, and he's looking to take this comfortably. With 45 seconds left on the official clock. .30 seconds left. Cam should get. We'll get another lap in a bit here as he's on board that white and red X-ray. His dad's here and mom's here as well. Over there pitting with the JT Bearing guys. Tyler Gent and the crew. These guys all embroiled in a points battle here. Miller now bumping up to 3rd. A 36-1. Cam's lead drops down to 7.8 seconds after a 40.8 lap, so long lap for him. David Baum wants to know who is the sexy Mayako Service Center dude in the pits. That will be Mike Walker, the man who never stops wrenching. And let us know if the volume is fine. We got somebody saying the volume is very low in there. But according to our scales, we are doing pretty good. So seems like, just let us know. Testing levels right here. So maybe refresh it. Maybe I was talking lower. Maybe you caught the interview, not sure. That's it. Cam Goff in there. He's going to take that with a 37.9 to finish it off with a 9-second lead over JP Signs. So I believe he's the overall TQ. I'll bump it up a little bit. Let me bump it up a little bit. Let me know. So I want you guys to have optimum volume and clarity on your stream. Can Golf, JP Signs, Miller. Up next, J Concepts Pro Nitro Buggy. Heat 1 of 2. Matt Walford, Derek Jacobs, Kenny Setzer, Joey Perez, Edgardo Garcia, Brad Nicosia, Tyler Hooks, and Baring Besingheni. Thank you all for joining us. J Concepts brings you Pro Nitro Buggy. We got a pretty stacked Pro Nitro Buggy here. Some of the best 8-scale racers in Florida competing this weekend. Tyler Hooks coming away. He's been racing a lot of 10-scale over the last year in the mix. And do battle with some of these top 1/8-scale drivers in Florida. Julian Oliveras looking to be the toast of the town. Everybody believes that he's going to be the guy to beat her. So let's see if Julian Oliveras can come out in the next round swinging. Take overall TQ. I believe he took TQ in round 1. Pro Nitro Buggy. They got 1 minute before the loop goes live. You guys don't want to go in here for the next round of the top Pro Nitro Buggy race. Race 8 of 21. We are on schedule to be done by 3 o'clock on this, 2 o'clock by this round. And hopefully on board with mains at 2:30. Danny Paz is feverishly getting pictures done as we get ready for our cameraman, Eugene. Alrighty, as we get on board here, we are following Tyler Hooks right there, I believe. It's the now residing in Florida. Got yellow wheels on today as he goes up over this very difficult double. Very hard to judge from up there in the drop zone. I was having a look as he goes down the Crooked Dragon. And that is a 33.9 for Tyler on tap for 9.505. So Tyler setting down the gauntlet right off the bat, looking comfortable out there. I believe he's running Associated cars now. So was running Mugen for a while, now Associated. I think he just runs whatever he wants, but I think he's sticking with Associated. Now works for J Concepts, up here supporting the J Concepts drivers. Factory driver. Okay. Okay, so now I just learned he is a factory driver for Team Associated. Well done to Tyler Hooks. He's looking quite dialed. They're keeping that car right in the line. As you can see, it's as the heat goes. I just went for a walk out of there. The heat's coming up, so all that moisture is burning off the track from this morning, and that line is starting to get rock hard. And as you see it go through the day, it'll get dusty. It's going to get super like concrete out there. Right now, it's just right. But that line's just going to dry up a little bit, and the traction is going to go through the roof as they recalciumed this track last night. But Hook's looking very good out there in the Associated right now. He just threw down a 33.6. So he's got a 4.5 second lead over Kenny Setzer, who earns a track not too far from her up in the Tampa area. But Tyler looking very smooth out there in that pink and white, yellow wheel, gray winged Team Associated. Let's see what he goes. As he goes over the Crooked Dragon, down the straightaway across the loop, and that is a 34-1 for him, so slightly slower lap for him. He's now on a 9.505. Kenny Setzer back there on a 9.514. Derek Jacobs 3.7 back of Kenny Setzer, and Daring Besigany. If anybody knows how to say that name in the chat, let me know. He is 3.3 back of Derek. So Tyler Hook's out to a very comfortable lead. 2 minutes and 58 seconds elapsed in this race. 2 minutes left now. Let's see if we can find Kenny Setzer, show him some love. To our cameraman, Eugene. He is coming across the loop now. It should be on the stay on the end of the straightaway there, Gene. One of those cars. I believe it's that white car. Yes. The white car. Oh, nope. Sorry. Yes. There we go. I did not get to see his wing color. But I believe this is Kenny Setzer, Lee Setzer's younger brother. Up and over that double, off-camber double. This is another off-camber jump. Down the Crooked Dragon onto the straightaway. Let's see what Kenny Setzer. Kenny Setzer inherits that lead. He's doing a 33.9. So Tyler Hook's doing us a slow 38, losing some time. And that lead to Kenny Setzer has now inherited that and got a 1.3 second as these guys are going to battle it out for the last minute. Kenny now running Associated, I believe, as well. So used to be a long-time TLR driver. Now joining his brother in the salmon-collared pant team of Team Associated. Kenny looking pretty dialed out there as he comes across, and Kenneth will throw it on a 33.5. Wow, a flying lap from Kenneth as he bests Tyler Hook's 33.6. Kenny finding some pace here in the later stages of this Q2. And that one can paint job pulling up on Tyler Hooks right now. So that's Tyler Hooks right in front of him. Let's see if we can get both of these guys in the shot. There, Eugene. There we go. So these two are actually battling for first and second. Not really, because Kenny has a 6.9 second lead over Hooks. Let's see as they come across the Crooked Dragon across the loop. Yeah, Setzer's got a 7.6 second lead over Tyler Hooks on the board. They got 1 second left. So Kenny Setzer finding incredible pace near the end of this Q2, finding it when you needed it at the very end. His car's looking very good out there too, stuck to the ground. No unnecessary body roll, and as the traction comes up. So Kenny Setzer looking very good and looking to best his. There's on the fastest lap of that race of a 33.1. So Tyler also getting some pace back on that last couple of laps, but making some mistakes in his run, which caused him to drop back and now have to settle for the second place finish in that race. But Kenny Setzer setting the overall first round TQ, first heat TQ, a 9.507.6. So, but we expect that we'll see that challenge by multiple drivers here in this next heat as we go into the top heat of Pro Nitro Buggy. Julian Oliveras, Trent Walker, Patrick Rossiter, Gene Hickerson, Zach Rodriguez, Jada Lopez, Joshua Vicadamani, Juan Serna, Nicholas Power, Ryan Leclerc. So the big battle here, obviously, Julian Oliveras probably considered one of the fastest 8-scale racers in Florida. Trent Walker probably one of the most consistent. Patrick, longtime veteran of RC racing, making the trip down from Georgia, Savannah to race. Gene Hickerson, of course, been in this race game for many, many years. Former pro racer, world's A-main finalist as well. Zach Rodriguez, another fast local here in Florida. And, of course, Jada Lopez, who's lost much, much weight here in 6. So some of Florida's best racers. Nico Parra says he's looking to be the #1 Colombian racer here in Florida and pip Juan Serna off his throne as the #1 Colombian racer. So we have a race of nations going on here in the J-Concepts Pro Nitro Buggy here at the 2023 Florida RC Championship at the Epic RC Complex in Newport Richey, Florida. Thank you all for tuning in. If you aren't racing, if you're just chilling at home, please watch for a little bit. You're going to see some fast racing here coming up in this next heat. And RC, that's the problem. Nobody sees what we're doing. So share, 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 and thank you all for joining us. And we are live on Facebook on the No Name RC Podcast, WRCE, as well as the Florida RC Championships on YouTube. And I believe we are on Facebook. If I can monitor the chat somehow there. As we're getting ready for these drivers to start their clock. We are on board with the pink, white, and green vehicle of Nico Para. 8-speed driver going down to Medellin next in a couple weeks to race there at 6,000 feet above sea level. In Colombia, his home country of Colombia. Looking to dethrone the king of Colombian RC here, Juan Serna. Says, not a problem. That's the young lion challenging the older lion to a duel. And now we are on board with, let's see, I think that's Juan Serna right there, to be honest. Yeah, that's Juan Serna or Jada. I can't really tell. That's Juan Serna. It's affirmed by Danny Paz. Juan Serna out there trying to show young Nico Para the right way around the track, the fast way. We're about to see Mr. Julian Olivares in that green and blue AE, and here he is. He's currently in first, but you know what? He still has not matched the top lap of Tyler Hooks, who had a 33-1. So it's Olivares, Serna, Rosada, Para, Lopez, Trent Walker down there in 6. 1 minute 38 seconds done. 3 minutes 20 seconds left to go. There's Julian Olivares. Julian keeping it very tight around that pipe. Only a few inches off the pipe there as he comes over that double, looking very smooth. Not worried about getting onto this 33-second laps. He might have a 33-second lap now. He's just looking to be consistent. He's right now 1.1 seconds ahead of Kenny Setzer. So Kenny Setzer's time looking really good right now. Trent Walker, unfortunately, having a very long lap down there in 5th. See the red line of doom. Nico Para, Patrick Russell still in 4th. Heard somebody upset up there in the driver's stand as we heard the universal language for I'm having a bad day at RC. But Julian looking very smooth out there right now. Team Associated doing quite well here in the Southeast. It's always at these bigger races, well represented on a regional and national level here in the Southeast, around the world, to be honest. But Julian a little slightly longer lap there with a 36-1. That's going to lessen that gap between him and Juan Serna. Nico Power right behind Juan Serna at the moment now, but Nico just having a long lap. That's going to drop down. So Juan Serna is having an issue, it sounds like. So he'll be dropping like a rock in the Dead Sea. But Julian not having any issues, trying to make up for that long lap that he just had as he goes over the crooked double with 1 minute and 40 seconds left to go. When he comes across, that's a 34-2, so not able to get down into those low 33s or down into those high 33s as we saw from the previous race. But still holding on to, he's now down to a 5:10. So Kenny Setzer looking to take TQ of this next round if things stay like this with 1 minute and 20 seconds left in this race. Julian going to have to put his head down and have to find 3 seconds that he's left out there on this track. So Patrick Russell, the big mover, now up to 2nd. And that S-Works buggy there, you see Patrick in that green and white. Let's follow Patrick for a little bit. There's just in front of number 1, Julian Olivares. He's got a 5-second lead on Patrick, running that new S-Works buggy. Just got that last week and put it together. I need to talk to him, see how he's enjoying the new performance of the new buggy as he goes. Patrick is trying to get around that traffic right there. Patrick running E-Truggy and Nitro buggy this weekend. Comes across the crooked double, nice and smooth. Gets a little bit squirrely. That's going to be a 35.8 for Patrick. Still 5.1 seconds between him and Julian. But Patrick looking comfortable out there in second right now. Kenny Setzer is still holding on to that TQ now. It looks like he's going to be safe with 10 seconds left to go. He's got a 9.507 to Julian Oliveras' 9.512. So Julian getting caught up in some mistakes in the second qualifying, costing him big time, as he's not going to TQ the second round. I'm not sure if he TQ'd the first round or not. But well done to Kenny Setzer, putting on some very fast laps there in the end of that his qualifier, finding some exceptional pace. Uh-oh, and we see a little bit of kerfuffleage going on out there as Julian trying to get by that traffic. But it's not really going to help him out much because he's still almost 7 seconds back of TQ. So well done to Kenny Setzer. Going to take your second round of TQ here in Pro Nitro Boggy, brought to you by J Concepts. One center out, Trent Walker out. Oh no, not good. So gonna see how they're gonna have to rely on their first run, their first qualifier.
Hey, I gave wrong tickets. Come on. Get it back.
Let's bring up some scoring here and see how it's all gonna shake out for everybody as we're getting ready for Absolute Hobbies 40 plus e-buggy heat 1 of 1. We are halfway through qualifying here. I don't believe. Okay.
When are you doing the drawings? Before the mains?
As we get ready for our 40 plus e-buggy heat. He's about to check in now. He's just working on his car. So it looks like Kenny Setzer is actually going to be your overall TQ of Pro Nitro Buggy. Interesting. Well done, Kenny Setzer. Well done. Not the person that I expected to take TQ. I'm sure a lot of people are. I'm a little bit surprised. I'm sure he isn't putting in all that hard work. As we need him to show up for his TQ picture. 40 plus Absolute Hobbies presents you. Absolute Hobbies presents you 40 plus e-buggy. Saltiest of salt, Salty Joe. How you doing, good buddy? Are you chilling out? Are you recovered from your trip to Spain last week? I was in Spain last week too, virtually and spiritually, but not actually physically. But I am physically here at the 2023 Florida RC Championships. And Lance and I are thrashing away in this small container with the 5,000, the valiant effort by the air conditioner putting on to keep us warm, keep us cool. It is a valiant effort, but it's working somewhat, but not as good as it should. Luckily, not too hot here in Florida. Slightly overcast. Well, right now, I believe we are watching Tony Rivas. No, that's not Tony Rivas, is it? Yep, that is him. I was looking at his buggy earlier. He says I need to get a e-buggy pays the bills sticker and logo. As Tony Rivas out there in that chat to some of the Florida racers here and meet some of the supporters of the Florida RC Championships, the supporters of the No Name RC podcast, all the people that help support us coming to me coming to this race. All right. We want you to go to our YouTube page, the Florida RC YouTube page. We need to get that up to 1,000 subs. So go to that page and hit that like and notification button, and that sub button. Let's build that channel up. Florida RC Championships on YouTube. Go there and please hit that. Also, you can visit them on Facebook as well. Like I said, you like what's going on here and you want to visit this sometime, come down and check it out while you're on vacation. Really great, really good racing series here in the southeast of America. Right now, our cameraman is picking up. That is that James Large? That pink car. Right in front of him is Casters Racing Chris Figueroa.
Minutes left.
James Large down the best. Josh Cox, Justin Doobie, and Michael Roy, your top 5. Louis Perez working the 6. Nope, now Louis Perez to the 7.
All right. James Large still out front, followed by Alan Abbas. Justin Newby, made by Awesome Jersey. You guys saw me wearing on episode 257. Also let my son drive his car at Dean's All Out when we came out there. Hello, Cass. Welcome back. Salty Joe says, I'm still on Spain time. I feel you, man. As we got older, that time change takes a wear and tear on us. But James Large out in that all-pink Techno, it looks like. Or HB car, I can't really see. What was it again, Gene? Yeah, it looks like a Techno. Techno. Go over to the Florida RC Championships YouTube channel. Go type in Florida RC Championships. Hit that sub notification, dislike button. Well, we prefer to you hit that like button. Leave a comment. Give us a share of this stream. Help build that channel up. We want to get that up to 1,000 subs. I think we can do that by the end of the year. We have 2 more races left to go this year. James Large throws on a 37 flat. He has a 4.5 second lead over Alan Abbas. Justin Newby, 0.6 behind him. But the 4th place, 9 seconds back. 12.8 overall and a back of first. That drops to 14 as James Large throws on a 38 flat. He's on an 8.504. Sorry, a 5 flat. So he's looking really good out there. There's only 1 heat, so he's going to take TQ of this, barring any long laps, as he's now battling it out with Alan Abbas right in front of him. No, sorry, that's Tony. So Danny getting ready to take TQ pictures. James Large comes by. 8.5 flat. Well, 8.5 and 7/10. So well done, James Large. Your TQ of Q2 of the Absolute Hobbies 40+ e-buggy.
Angel Louis done.
All right, wait on Michael Roy. Michael Roy, last one to finish. Oh, never mind, he's out. There we go. That's the race, guys. Everybody is done. All right, guys, put your buggies down. Come on out, grab a commercial spot. Race number 10, race number 11 going to be coming to next.
All righty then. So race number 11. Rookie E-Truggy brought to you by Trinity. We have Soel Lugo, Nick Maldonado, Keith Hill, Anthony Gardner, Rodley Torres, Matt Milling, Josie Pattershaw, Donnie Large, Mike Walford, and Robert Trim. Rookie E-Truggy is up next. Pass RC. You got to send me some pictures of the tracks over there in Israel. Really like to see that. All right, we are ready for Rookie E-Truggy, brought to you by Trinity. As these drivers get ready, there we see a MB4 getting more popular. Seeing to see those radios everywhere now. About time everybody started realizing the power of Fly Sky. Three Florida RC Championships. Brought to you by Complete Construction, High Tech, Exotic RC, Michael's RC Hobbies Team Associated, Trinity. Okay, we're getting ready for the Rookie E-Truggy class, 1 of 1. Race number 11 underway. Ooh, look at that body on that truck. That's different. Maybe it's just the paint the way it looks, but it looks like it has no cab on it, huh, man? Does that buggy not, that truck doesn't have a cab? Oh, it looks so crazy out there. It's a buggy body, I'm told. Okay, interesting. Let's see, that is Matt Milling. Matt Milling in that spacecraft looking buggy body. Nick Monato, David Mays, Mike Walford, Robert Trim, your top 5. This is Rookie E-Truggy brought to you by Trinity. I'd like to say thank you to all the sponsors of the Florida RC Championships. They are Complete Construction, High Tech RC, Exotic RC, Michael's RC Hobbies, BeachRC.com, LFR, HB Racing, Rockstar Hobbies, Go Machine, High Performance Bushings, J Concepts, Mayako, Freddy Supply, Beyond Credit, TNR. So thank you to all the sponsors here of the 2023 RC Florida RC Championships, as we are still on board with Mike Milling, who gets it wrong. Just gets a little bit too much on the power just now. Now you can see that that is at the show. Looks to inherit that. Let's find Josie. Is that Josie we're on board with? Or there's Josie. Josie. Let's see if she she drops all the way down to 6 as Nick Maldonado takes over that top spot. He just threw down a 36.4. 2 minutes and 44 seconds left in this qualifier. This is race 10 of E21. Sorry, race 11 of 21. Oh no, Josie getting it wrong, going up into that hip jump. Over the double. Oh man, getting a little bit sideways. Let's see, this is going to be a long lap for Josie. Not going to help her out. That's a 1 minute and 3 second lap, so Josie not having a good time. One of these cars, I believe it's that car in the back there. That looks to be our leader, maybe David Mays. So, yeah, that's David Mays and Mike Milling, both battling out for first and second on the clock and on the track, as we see David Mays just getting in front of him. Just a little while, gets out in the fluff there. Going to lose some tenths. There we see Vale Carlos of Pro 1 RC, Pro RC1. I'm sure if I get it wrong, Kimo will let me know. David Mays, 37-8, got a 4.3 second lead over Matt Milling. Soel Lugo, Keith Hill, Mike Walford, your top 5. Let's drop back and find third and fourth. They're really close together, Danny. They should be on the other half of the track. Let's find Soel Lugo and Keith Hill. Here we are, Soel Lugo currently being scored in second. They go up over that hip jump, down the crooked drag. Oh, and avoid some trouble there as we see two cars coming together. Soel comes by with 37-1. She's 2.5 back of David Mays. Hold on for a second.
Alrighty, guys. Race number 11 almost in the books here with 30 seconds left to go. All right, I'm down to 15 routes. Take us 15 routes. Take us. If you want to get in on the routes, take it. I'm down to 15. Down to 15.
Soel Lugo going up over the double. She has some company in that green. Oh, and that green wheel truggy getting it wrong. Soel comes by. That was a 38-1. 8.506, 4.6 back of David Mays. There's David Mays right behind him, that all black truggy. So rookie E-Truggy here, just 10, 11 cars in the field. So E-Truggy growing immensely here in the Southeast. Let's see, Exotech. This is the same track that Marion had. Yep, that's exactly. He is there. He is running. He was. He's in open E-Buggy and E-Truggy. We did a walkabout, so I got an interview with him as well. He is definitely here. So we got 30 seconds left, and oh wow, looks like Soel Lugo. Well done. Taking over that top spot, that TQ on the last lap. We're on a 36.9. David Mays having a very long 42.2 second lap. And so that allows Soel Lugo to take TQ with 0.6 of a second over David. So well done to Soel. Is that Soel a young racer, Danny? Oh. Okay, so I'm just being. He's an older racer, but well done. Older as in just 5 years older than us. There's Tony Rivas. And now they're arguing about who's old. Up next, Open E-Truggy, brought to you by High Tech. Ben Bertle, Ryan Vesh, Bill Lister, Nolan Manchester, John Roman, Ryan Nett, Ryan Harris. 8 guys in this race. Ben Bertle, Ryan Vish, Bill Lister, Ryan Nett. Apparently he's from Switzerland. Race 12 of 21. This is Open E-Truggy, brought to you by High Tech. Go check out their new servo. See, they just get ready to drop a new servo as well. So well done to High Tech. Big supporter of me at the No Name RC podcast. Shameless plug. If you haven't subbed to the No Name RC podcast, please go ahead and do that. Don't forget to hit that sub button. Also on the Florida RC Championship right now at 647 subs. Let's get that up to let's get that up to 700 today. At least get it up to 675. Let's get it up to 650 subs in the next hour. That's going to be a goal. We're going to be here all day. There's Adrian Gibson. Hello, Neo. How are you? Ciao. Are you going to the Reds race at Osby team next weekend or not? How are you, Neo? Hope you had a good summer of RC there in Italy. Met Neo last year at the. I was looking at some laps from Osby team from last year. Really enjoyed my time in Italy. They had nice cold beer on tap too, which was always a good thing. I really hope to make it back to Italy for a race next year. We'll see how things go. I appreciate it, young Patrick Rossiter, I appreciate it. Patrick sitting in second in that last round. We are ready for the moving camera as soon as Danny Paz gets in position. Lance McDonald flying through the program here. Doing a good job. We got to see the sky turning blue, so it's going to be a beautiful day here in Florida. But as we know, Florida has a mind of its own when it comes to weather. But we are back, and I believe we are on board with Ryan Styles Harris. So X-Tech Tech, you're just looking for, asking about him. Here's Ryan Styles Harris. Said he's excited to be back in racing, and he's thinks he's going to get back into it. Not full time, but you know, at a pace that he can make content comfortably. So as a creator, I can appreciate all the work and time that goes into his work. He has some of the best, most quality videos out there. Really do like his video work. He just threw down a 34.3. He's got Ben Bertle, 1.4 back of him. Nolan Manchester, 2.9 back of Bertle. Ryan Vesh, he's 2.7 back. So Ryan Harris does have some company behind him coming up. But right now, he's looking pretty good. This should be a good lap for him. He's got about 1/4 of a lap to go as he goes up over that crooked double, over the crooked dragon's back, as I'm calling it, and onto the straightaway. Ryan Harris, a 34.9. So that lead is now stretching out to a 9-lap 5:13 pace. With 2 minutes and 57 seconds left in this race, we see Ryan Harris going over to that yellow and red, black-winged yellow TLR E-Truggy. His cars, he comes from the 10-scale route. I went over his cars, are pristine and clean, and you know, seems to be enjoying coming back to RC. And he comes by, and that was a 34.8. Let's see, Ben Bertle's in second. Let's see if we can show Bertle some love. I think that's him right there, actually. Is that him? I believe so. Danny, if we hold up. Ben Bertle's the next truggy by. Back him. Yep. So here's Ben out here. A what windshield, Danny? Oh, he has an alien in his windshield. Okay, I do believe they have visitors as well. So there we see Ben in that Mugen truck. We got Big Ty. How you doing, man? Good to see you in there. Hope you're having a good weekend there in SoCal. As we are on board with Ben Bertle on that purple and blue green alien-powered Mugen E-Truggy. He's now down in third as Nolan Manchester, who is probably right behind him. I would say let's hold up for that car right behind him. Hold, hold, hold. There's Nolan Manchester in that blue, orange, and yellow truck. Some great colors he's got going out there. We see Chris Figueroa, who has my favorite colors, that teal. There's Chris Figueroa right there. He's right in front of Ryan Styles Harris. But right now we're following Nolan Manchester in that red, yellow, that yellow, pink, blue, blackwing E-Truggy. Yellow wheels, great paint combination there. Got to give him lots of credit for that. He might be from Canada, as he just threw down a 34.6. But he's 8.6 seconds back, 6.2, 6.4 behind Ryan Harris. So Ryan Harris driving a very smooth race up there. But, as Manchester gets it wrong slightly. But no harm, no foul. We see Ryan Styles Harris also getting it wrong. So that's going to allow Nolan to chip away at that lead. They got 18 seconds left. So they still have some racing time. Hello, Alex. How are you? Nice. Thank you for joining in on this. Don't forget to also go over to the Florida RC Championship YouTube page and hits that sub and notification button. Leave a comment over there as well. Let's help grow that YouTube channel. Nolan Manchester still holding on to that second place spot, but still 4.5 back of Ryan Harris. Right there is actually third of Ben Bertle. Ben Bardo 3.2 back. So this is the Open E-Truggy Heat 1 of 3. Wow, big Open E-Truggy class. So there's no Pro E-Truggy, correct? So I believe it's Pro E-Truggy is like it's all combined here, but 3 heats of E-Truggy. And it's Ryan Harris. Followed by Nerlin Manchester, Ben Bardo, Ryan Vesh, Chris Figueroa, Bill Lister, John Roman, and Ryan Nett. X-Tech, that's funny. All right, up next is Heat 2 of High Tech Open Truggy. E-Truggy, Diego Bianchi, Rob Offit, Michael Roy, Adrian Gibson, Vincent Cerini, Attila Zolsak, Andrew Bryant, Sean Krause, Hayden Pascal, BJ Holton. This is Heat 2 of 3 of High Tech Open E-Truggy, so thank you to High Tech for all their support. Exotech, the guy in the gray clothes and the rostrum looks like he's going to have a stroke. I can't see the rostrum. I missed that one. So, said one of the viewers says the guy in the gray clothes on the rostrum looks like he's going to have a stroke. So, Heat 2, Open E-Truggy brought to you by High Tech. Tyrone says, I was supposed to be racing at Thunder Alley, but knee went out. What is it, just a club race out there, or are they having a series race this weekend? I know they had JBRL last weekend. There's Ben Bartle taking up position to do his turn marshalling duties. So we are at the Epic RC Complex here in Newport Richey, Florida, over on the West Coast. Which
45 seconds to start the race.
Alrighty, so getting lined up here. Diego Bianchi was great. Saw Diego yesterday, and he gave me, I needed a Red Bull desperately, and he was able to give me one. So I appreciate Diego. Here you go, sir. Some decals for you and your son. We are racing here. It is an absolute beautiful day here in Newport Richey at the Epic RC Complex. Things are starting to cool down. Not as hot as it's not as hot as Lake City. It's a little humid, a little moist, but the sun is out. Okay, top-notch series. So Cass says, I run the only YouTube channel in Israel covering all RC activities. You're going to have to send me a link for that so I can check it out. Lots of racing going on this weekend as well. It's a lot of racing coming up over the next few months here in America. And we have the GT Worlds from Australia next week. We have the On-Road Worlds coming up in November as well. 12-Scale Worlds in December. AMS, Fall Brawl, Florida Carpet Championships, Masters of Dirt. Lots and lots of racing from different genres of RC. Awesome. I love bashing, racing, and crawling. All three of those things I love. So. All right, as we're going to wait for Danny to get onto the moving camera. There we are. I had to press the one. Exactly. I am in control. Oh, and just as I say that, that pink and blue car, who is actually Vincent Cerini. Okay. Interesting conversation going on. And who is this silver bullet of a car that we're following right now in the second heat of E-Truggy? Ooh, he is wild out there, flinging it around that 180. Losing traction, absolutely. Let's see who this is when they come around. It's got to be Rob outfit or Andrew Bryant when they come around. So let's see, who is this? Rob Offit in that silver bullet of a car. He is flying. Right behind him is Andrew Bryant, our winner of the waffle last week. So congratulations to him. We got to go meet him and take a picture with him. Right now we are following Rob Offit in that silver truggy, or bruggy as my good friend Charlie Mack would say. What's up, D70 Racing? How are things up in Connecticut, man? Is it cooling down up there? I hope so. Rory Harlow, I'm going to find you. Good stuff, man. Don't forget to go over there and also hit that like, notification, sub button on the Florida RC Championship YouTube. X-Tech says shout out to an awesome guy at Latara Racing, Sweden. Are you talking about Kim or the other gentleman? I met both of those guys at the Worlds last year. Rainy Bakula. Yep, no rain here in Florida, so we are good to go. It's actually very humid in a hot way. So we are on board with Sean Kraus, our current leader of that black and blue E-Truggy white wheels. And we thank all of you guys for joining us here for the racing at the 2023 Florida RC Championship, brought to you here at the Epic RC Complex. The track crew has been working extremely hard last night. They were up to about 10:30, putting on more magnesium, some sugar water. They have this track. Once that sun bakes it all, the moisture from the morning off is going to be absolutely hard as concrete. Right now, Sean Kraus is not worried about that. He is in the lead of this race, but he's scored in fourth. He's on a 9.531, and the time to beat is actually set by Ryan Stiles Harris of a 9.520. So he has a lot of work to do if he wants to make it up. What's up, mister? Good run. Good run. Sean Kraus coming across the line. 33.8 for Sean. Fast lap for him. Right? But still, that's only going to put him in third for now overall. So it looks like Ryan Stiles Harris' time of 5:23 could possibly stand. Unless, 5:20, unless Sean finds 6 seconds out there. It's going to be very hard to find that with 54 seconds left to go. All right, so Rory's already found it. So good stuff. Send me a link, Rory. Okay, send me a link on Facebook so I can check it out. Well, right now we're still following our leader, Sean Kraus, in that black E-Truggy. E-Bruggy. He's getting tangled up in a little bit of lap traffic. That's going to help his cause at all. He's going to lose a lot of time getting caught up with that lap traffic, and then it goes from better to worse as he hits that pipe dead on. Lucky he didn't break an arm there as he hit that right on the left-hand side of the truck. There's long wide. But it's Kraus from Bianchi, Zolsak, Offit, Hayden, Pascal, your top five. Adrian Gibson making the trip all the way up from Fort Lauderdale, running in 6th right now, representing Mills Pond crew. How you doing, sir? Did I give you some stickers? I hope they. Oh man! All right, so we're going to our top heat of Open E-Truggy, brought to you by High Tech. Here you go, sir. Have some decals. Here you go, buddy. Thank you. So Sean Kraus from Diego Bianchi, Hayden Pascal, Rob Offit, Attila Zolsak, your top five. All right, high-tech Open E-Truggy class. Your top class, Patrick Russell, Carlos Gonzalez, Gabriel Santiago, James Large, Gene Strout Jr., Freddie Villanona, Derek Trim, Jay Maconi, who is apparently from Finland, Chris Powell, and John Cate, who is from Switzerland. He's a neutral country, according to him. Patrick Rossiter leading points into this E-Truggy class. Looking to hold on to that points lead. He was definitely between minds about running E-Truggy and helping out more. I'm glad he decided to run E-Truggy. It's very important that he does well in the points. So Patrick Rossiter running that new S-Works car. Carlos Gonzalez. Gabriel Santiago representing Tecno in Puerto Rico. Danny, do you like how I rolled my R just now? Was it good? I'm getting really better at rolling the R's. You know, like the Spanish guys. But P. Diddy, Carlos Gonzalez. Let's get these guys off screen. We're going to need a moving camera up there. As Danny Paz is up and down the driver's stand. He must be getting about 30,000 steps today. And we can thank you for coming in and enjoying the coverage with us. Please keep chatting away with us. And don't forget to head over to the Florida RC Championships YouTube page. Hit that sub notification like button. Leave a comment, leave a share. Let's grow that channel.
We're gonna be giving away a nitro motor this month for subscribers. If you subscribe to the channel, that's all you have to do.
Okay, so Lance just told me if you subscribe to the channel and we get to a certain amount, we're going to give away a nitro motor. So you just have to be a subscriber. And that's going to happen this month. So get over there, hit that sub button. Let's make it hit 1,000 subs. That's the goal. Let's get it to 1,000 subs. Once you get it to 1,000 subs, you will get entered into the draw for a nitro motor. So all you got to do is sub. I know it. You need to share it as well so you can get people over there. We want to get to 1,000 subs by the end of October, I would say. So we have 3 weeks to go. As we are on board with Patrick Rossiter, net green and white, S-Works Truggy, currently leading the points. So Patrick out there looking to stretch out that lead in the E-Truggy points. Been running E, probably one of the guys that I've known that's run E-Truggy for the longest while. Carlos Gonzalez starts on a 34-2 right off the bat. Freddie Villalona right behind him. Carlos Sigi. John Kate from Switzerland, apparently, up to second. So Lance is about to do a raffle here as they sold all the raffle tickets. Well done. Patrick, a 33.7. He is on a 9-lap 5:03, 0.5 of a second above Carlos Gonzalez. This is heat heat 3 of 3 of Open E-Truggy, brought to you by High Tech RCD. We thank everybody out there in the chat for joining in on us. We know you have a choice to watch RC stuff this weekend or go do some RC, but we're going to be doing a lot of coverage over the next few months. So as Danny is now following, that's Gonzalez right there. And then we'll show some love to, he's up top. Yeah. We got some sleeping picture racers we need you to take, Danny Paz. I think Phil's dad is asleep. I know. So we're not going to get the sleeping pictures. He's doing moving camera. Patrick Rossiter is still up front, followed by Carlos Gonzalez, Gabriel Santiago. We're going to show the young Gabriel some love. What do you think, Danny? Let's find Gabriel. I think that's him. He'll be coming across the line in a minute. Hold on, Danny. Hold. There's Gabriel in the blue and white. No, go up the top. No, off Gonzalez. No, Gabriel. Wait for Gabriel. He's coming. This is Gabriel. Stop. There we go. Follow Gabriel. No, go. Gabriel. He's in back of Carlos. Go back to Carlos. Gabriel is right behind him. So this is the battle for second right here between Gabriel and the white and blue. Puerto Rico. Gonzalez, not sure where he's from. Danny can probably fill me in. But Gabriel. Oh, so we have Cuba versus Puerto Rico. Flags look almost identical. Always get them confused. So it's Gabriel inherits that lead. No, he just threw down a 35 flat to Carlos Gonzalez's 39.5. He has a 1 second lead. But right now, Patrick Rossiter out in the front with a 5.2 second lead over second and third. So well done to P. Diddy Patrick Rossiter. E-Truggy veteran. And there we see the young Boricua powering. Is having another mistake. Nope, it's not. But That's Eugene. Eugene having a not so good qualifier. He's Eugene Strout Race Jr. in the original truggy body. So there we have an actual truggy, not a bruggy there. 46 seconds left to go. Patrick Rossiter has stretched that lead out. No, that lead has dropped slightly to a 4.7 for Patrick Rossiter. Carlos Gonzalez, 3/10. There's Gonzalez powering around that 180. Did you see all that actuation in his chassis, that body roll? That was a perfect shot if I've ever seen one. Hello, Clubhouse. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're enjoying the coverage of the 2023 Round 6 of the Florida RC Championships here at the Epic RC Complex in Newport Richey, Florida. Gonzalez comes forward. That's a good 35.5, but Santiago answers back for 34.3. Santiago just behind him, actually. Maybe we can come out a little wide, get both of these guys in shot right there, Danny, if you can. There we go. We got both of them in shot. Patrick's making it boring. So, oh, no. Gonzalez not looking to... That's going to hurt Gonzalez quite a lot as that accident. So, that might, like... No. I was going to say that might let Carlos Sigi get up on him, but get up on the rear end of him. But no, he's still got a good lead. He's got a big lead over Sigi. So, Gabriel Santiago comes second. Patrick Rossiter first. Patrick Rossiter takes over TQ. Gabriel Santiago second. Carlos Gonzalez third. Overall, Ryan Styles-Harris fourth. Sean Krause fifth. So, well done, Patrick Rossiter. Well done, Patrick Rossiter. All right, up next is Robert Trim, Jerry Barr, Corey Holton, Thomas Alapena, Bill Lister, Ryan Nett, Mike Swan, William Talksdorf. This is Team Associated Rookie E-Buggy.
Congratulations, Ryan Vesh. Ryan Vesh, the winner.
Ryan Vesh wins the raffle.
Ryan Vesh, congratulations. You are our winner. Ticket number 55038. You are a lucky winner. All right, so I need hey, Carlos Sigi. Carlos Sigi. Take me one, please. I need Patrick to come take you in the booth for a minute. Carlos Sigi, take the one. I need Rossiter inside the booth. Patrick, if you'll come to the booth, so I can go get that car kit for Vesh.
Clubhouse says, I used to live and race in Florida. Oh, really? What part?
Which one does he want? I don't know. I thought you said come pick it up. Sorry. He's probably sitting in the trailer. I'll go get him. I've got to go get him. They're in the trailer anyway, so I got to go get him. All right. See you.
All right, congratulations to Ryan Vesh winning the raffle. We're getting ready for the Team Associated Rookie E-Buggy Heat 1 of 2 rookie E-Buggy classes.
All right, so we got a check in from Jerry, Corey, and Thomas. Got 30 seconds. Jerry, Corey, and Thomas. No check. Bucket 9. Chris Powell. Bucket 9. Chris Powell.
We're just going to have static cam for a second while Danny goes out there and takes some pictures. So, Gene, I'm sure Gene will be back to help us out here shortly as Danny's got to go out and take some TQ pictures. I can adjust the camera a little bit here.
Space yourselves out on the start, guys. Space yourselves out. This is race 15, first group of rookie E-Buggy presented by AE. You still got it. You can't hear you.
Okay. Danny Paz just setting up. We're going to have static cam for this heat, everybody. We do apologize, but Danny has to go out there and take some pictures. He is a machine. He is up and down, running cameras, taking pictures. So thank you to Danny Paz for all his hard work that he does to bring you guys this live stream. WRCE. We do RC Media. Clubhouse says, I lived in the St. Augustine area and raced all over Florida. Where do you live now, dude? Florida RC is booming right now. About to have the 10 scale Florida RC Championships next year as well, so even bigger. But we are on the clock. Mike Swan is out front. Let's talk to our people in the chat. What's going on, everybody? What are you guys up to today? When is your next RC race? As this is on a static cam right now, as Danny has to go take some pictures. And Patrick is now taking over the calling duties. So where are you guys racing this weekend? When is your next race event? Let us know in the chat. Don't forget to go down and upstate New York. So you move from like the mecca of East Coast racing down in Southeast. Well, New York, Northeast has some good racing scene during the summer. So they have the NYGP going on up there now, the on-road race. Go check out Rohan at Barnstormers. You guys don't have much time left now with winter on its way. Outdoor racing up in New York probably comes to an end. But Mike Swan currently out front. Rory Holler, he's always in here. Where do you race, Rory? Where do you race up there in Wisconsin, the land of cheese and Green Bay Packers? And I'm not sure what else you're famous for up in Wisconsin. Trackside, so you're up there with at Scotty's home turf when he's home. Milwaukee. Oh, the Brewers. You're also famous for the Brewers as well, baseball team. Yes, Rohan is good people. Some good tracks up there in the Northeast. I saw Trains and Lanes, massive berm. Tigretti RC, you was following MX of Nations. How's that going? It's now what? What time is it? 1 o'clock, so it should be over there. He says beer, beer, beer. Wisconsin is famous for beer. Drinking it or producing it? You are watching the Team Associated Rookie E-Buggy Heat 1 of 2. Sorry, we don't have moving cameras at this moment, but Danny has to go out and take some pictures. So we'll be back on the moving cameras for shortly. So do not worry. They aren't going anywhere. And I'm here to entertain you. I don't drink, but yeah, there are some drinks here. Because you don't drink, you're always putting out beer signals, emojis in the chat. I thought you was an avid fan of the beer. Drunk people. I think that's in every country where alcohol is consumed and where it's not supposed to be consumed. 51 seconds left in this race. The clubhouse is thinking of going out to Barnstormers later. I don't blame you. Barnstormers turns into an indoor 10 scale track in the winter, though. Am I correct? So Rohan been doing that for quite some time over there. Up in what part of New York is that in? By the way, how about that track in the Bronx, Gun Park or whatever it's called? I think I'm actually supposed to be on a podcast next week from the Northeast. So when I get home.
15 seconds left.
No, not for my channel, Clubhouse. That is for the RC Racing TV. Sorry, not RC, Florida RC Championship YouTube channel. They want to get to 1,000 subs, and then they're going to do a giveaway for an engine. So go over to look up Florida RC Championships on YouTube and go hit that sub. Yeah, Gun Hill in the Bronx. In the Bronx, where all the Dominicans are too. Is it the Bronx? Yeah, Washington Heights. And Danny is waiting for Lance. Yeah, go. Florida RC Championships on YouTube. Check them out on Facebook too. The best, the premier racing 1/8 scale racing series in the USA, I would say. I can say that. I can definitely say that. We see Carlos Sigi, Pro 1 RC. Did I say it right, Chemo? Pro 1 RC. Team Associated, Rookie E-Buggy. We're going to have the Heat 2 of Rookie E-Buggy. Good to see all these Rookie E-Buggies here. Nick Maldonado, Soal Lugo, Matt Milling, Cody Tice, Brian Nunez, Donnie Large, Rodolay Torres, Keith Hill, Kevin Ramos, and Mike Walford in the E-Buggy class.
Especially for the mains, guys, you got to have closed-toed shoes to turn marshal. Closed-toed shoes.
3472 Bronx Boulevard, Bronx, New York City. Gun Hill. Yeah, my wife's cousin, when he was in New York for a couple of weeks, he would say he would walk across there and he would see the track and see people out there on the weekends and think of me. And then Jay Bless was actually telling me about the track. And, oh, man. Oh, his name slips my brain. We talk on, I should remember his name, but he's from up there as well. So, good stuff, man. RC everywhere. I didn't realize RC was so big in New York, especially in the city side of things. So, always good to see. Danny is waiting for you.
I need Thomas on bucket 4, please, guys. Thomas on bucket 4. Waiting on the check-in for Brian Nunez. And we got one car.
All righty then. Sorry we don't have moving cameras for these two. They're just taking pictures of the raffle winners and TQ winners. So Danny passes out there. Our cameraman is now calling the race, and the other cameraman is turn marshalling, I believe, or just finished turn marshalling. So we're going to get our moving cameras back up for the next race. This is race 16 of 21. We are getting up into the upper echelons of the E-Buggy class. Oh, really? Been closed for club racing last I know. Okay, unfortunate. 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 Oh, dude, they have, so speaking of lemonade, they have this lemonade. I just have one here. They squeeze like 2 wedges of lemon, and they add lemon juice and sugar. I just added some water to it. It's really keeping me hydrated here. This is Florida. That humidity, man, that sucks the hydration out of you. I started cramping up yesterday. That's a different type of humidity here in Florida. So. But thank you guys for joining us. Remember, head over to the Florida RC Championship. I will be back, everybody.
All right, Soel, you ready to go? All right, here we go. Luke's going live in 5, 4, 3, 2. Track is hot. Space yourselves out, guys. Space yourselves out. All righty, this is heat. Still no chat from Brian Nunez. No chat, Brian Nunez. All right, we'll let everyone get a few laps in. We'll tell you the running order. TQ time for this round is by Ryan Nett, 8 lap 5:33. That is the set pace. All right, guys, we are 1 down, 4 to go. 1 down, 4 to go.
All right, so I'm back. We have three minutes. 3 minutes left in this race. We are on board with the orange car. Who's this, Danny, who we're following? Okay, so Danny doesn't know who he's following. Just the orange car seemed to attract his attention. Let's see, we'll find out who it is when he comes across. That's Soel Lugo. How come you don't know it? That's Soel.
Cody Tice right now leading the way. Kevin Ramos working in at number 2 spot. So Lugo in at number 3. Matt Milling in at number 4. Nick Palomando in at 5.
All righty then. So Matt Milling. Let's find our leader, Danny. Matt Milling. There he is, right there. Actually, looks in that truck. I believe that's his buggy right there. I could be wrong. The Aqua one. No, he just came across. There's Matt. That Matt is that yellow and blue. There we go. I was trying. That's the colors. Man, that body really psychs me out, man. I think it's flat, completely flat. Really, really, it's painted. It's really got me. It's a great illusion. But Matt Milling, I think he was your TQ in Rookie E Truggy as well. So out there in that space-looking body, which really isn't space, it's just the paint. So he is looking to take a TQ here as well. Right now he has a 1.8 second lead. You are watching.
Keep up the pace here, guys. We're doing really good on time. Doing really good on time. Everything stays like it is. We will be out of here well before 11 o'clock. Keep up the pace.
30 seconds left.
Okay, so we are following Matt Milling in that green and yellow white paint, weird-looking paint job. It's a great illusion. It is an actual buggy body, but the way it's painted, it looks completely flat. He just threw down a 37.7. Yes, the buffering will be from your end, Clubhouse. Refresh your channel, unless if we are having buffering from anybody else, let us know, and we'll have a look into it here. Thank you, Rory, for hitting that sub button for the Florida RC Championship. Yeah, go in there, and if you do hit that sub button. Okay, so X-Attack is having buffering as well, Danny. So we're having some buffering issues. We have to, maybe the internet's just dropped a little bit. Let us refresh everybody and let us know if it's still buffering, please. As Matt Milling will take that lead. Wow, what a close race at the end. Matt and Nick finishing, wow, so close. 0.2 of a second. That is a blink. All right, up next is the HB Racing Open E-Buggy Heat Race 1 of 3. Let us know if you're still getting some buffering on that side of things after you've refreshed your computer. Eric Jacobs, Robert Huguet, Richard Vasquez, John Roman, Keith or Johnson, Santiago Botero, Andrew Bryant, who actually won the... Okay. Okay. So we are on Starlink, I was told, and it's getting a bit cloudy. So that might be slightly affecting our bandwidth problem, so bear with us, everybody. Let us know if it's buffering, so we can, it's not much we can do besides just fight through it. Andrew Bryant, Ryan Vesh, Jacob Lasco, and Hayden Pascal. Ryan Vesh actually winning the other raffle that we held here just a few minutes ago. Thank you all for tuning in. as we are on board with Open E-Buggy Heat 1 of 3, brought to you by HB Racing. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. Our sponsors: Complete Construction, High Tech RC, Exotic RC, Michael's RC Hobbies, Team Associated, Beach RC, LFR, Techno RC, HB Racing, Rockstar Hobbies, Go Machine, High Performance, Bushings, JConcepts.net, ProTech RC,
Back where you were, buddy. This is the one as well. Nick, on the one. Nick, on the one. Here he is. Okay.
try to set your auto. All right.
Top left hand side. Ready to get this one underway. Brian Inez. Top left. Waiting on you.
Yeah, then it's the clouds are affecting the Skylinker, I believe. So we are running on Skylink, so we do apologize for that. It is getting a slight bit cloud cover over here, so it might be just affecting the internet bandwidth. He says it looks like I'm watching TV without my glasses.
3, 2, 1. Looks like race 17 underway.
Get one of them guys that you're pitching with to cover your spots, okay? I'm not even racing. Oh, you're not racing at all? I'm not racing. Okay.
Here you go, buddy. Yeah, we're having some buffering issues, Danny. So I don't know if it's the Skylink or it's Danny Paz, the magician, is going to see what he can do and fix these buffering issues. Tirelessly working. So let's just talk to me while he works on that. I'm actually doing this without my glasses too, but it's not too bad. I need my glasses more for reading, especially my phone. And Danny Paz says, oh yeah, we're going to get this fixed. No buffering on my stream.
Are they on YouTube?
They are on YouTube.
Okay, I'm about to say, they're on the WRCE.
So
4 minutes left.
Danny says everything was good here. So
We're not dropping any frames or anything. What? That's all we're dropping.
we do apologize. I appreciate it, Clubhouse. He says, I'm sticking with you anyhow. Thank you, Left. I appreciate that, good buddy. Danny says everything's checking out here, so not sure what's going on with that. Let me slow this down a little bit because that shouldn't be. Derek says he's good. It's 100% fine on my end. He's watching from the WRCE. Yeah, just have another refresh and see if we can. Pascal right out now. If your leader stood on a 35.9, that's his fast lap of the day so far. Jake Lasko right behind him, 2.8 seconds back. But Jake gonna have to put his head down and throw off a better lap than a 39.2. He can do better than that. We have a few people out. No Ryan Vesh, no Roberto. He's not here. Santiago Botero's not here. So a few guys not making the start because they're not here. See, Stoik is turned on Jake Lasko. Jacob Lasko, the fisherman. That's not Jake. Jake's e-buggy. You cannot see. He no windows, and he knows I'm going to talk about it. So he has a body with windows, all white, but not. He refuses to run it. Jake Lasko, another Florida stalwart here, been racing in Florida for many, many years. Always good to see Jake Lasko out there in that Mayako MX-8E. I believe Mayako will be dropping their e-buggy sometime soon this year, and feverishly working on the e-truggy. E-truggy and nitro truggy. You can learn more about that on episode 257 of the No Name RC podcast as Max geeks out on that for a few minutes. Well, right now you're watching Jake Lasko, who threw on a 37.5, and his lead is now 6 seconds flat in front of Eric Jacobs. Hayden Pascal having a horrible 40-second lap and dropping him down to third and dropping that lead, dropping that distance between him and first to 10.7. So Jake looking to set an early rapid pacer in the open e-buggy class. Will it be enough to hold on for TQ with 2 more heats left to go? We shall find out. This is race number 17 of 21. We have 3 more races left after this, and then we're going. Ronald is happy about how things are going. So, all good. Thank you to Lance and all his hard work, and thank you to everybody that helped support to get me out to this race. I really enjoy coming out here to the Florida RC Championships and having some fun with the Floridian racers. Yesterday, I got a chance to hang out with them. This morning, I got to walk around the pits and hang out. And that's what I really like to do. Now, obviously, I'm here now calling the races, which is fine because I want to give them as much knowledge and screen time as possible because these are the people. This is what keeps our sport going. This type of racing. You are watching, in my opinion, the premier RC racing, 1/8 scale racing series in the world, I would say. And it's a testament as how quick this sells out, how many people are here. They don't miss a race. Everybody's worried about the points. It's something that they look forward to. I guess they'll have the banquet in the new year as well. And Lance has the VIP pits set up. It's a game of Tetris with all the campers. So well done to all the people involved in this awesome series, as well as the facility, the track people, the track workers have worked their behinds off to bring you guys we're going static. Okay, so Danny Paz says we're going static again because he has to take pictures. We need to clone Danny Paz. That's what we need to do. We need 2 Danny Pazes. No, Clubhouse. John Bernard is not here. I'm sure he'll be at the next round, which will be at his home track of Callahan. And C. Stoic says, well done to Jake Lasco. Jake Lasco taking that win with an 8.5.11. Let's see if Jake Lasco can hold on to that TQ. Danny Paz, a busy, busy man, going out there taking pictures for you guys. Up next, we have Bryson Dyer, John Kate, John Luciani, Tyler Kent, Kurt Robinson, Tamika Washington, Angel Ruiz, Raymond Gagonsky, Vincent Serbini, and Attila Zolsak. Yeah, we're going to fix that for us, Alex. Danny, how do we take this smaller screen off the big screen here, good buddy? Okay, he's on his way. Yes, sir. Danny's on his way. He's here. There we go. Thank you, Lance, using the ATM Mini. All right, there we go, Alex. All fixed for you, buddy. Danny's going to get back up there to do some more camera work. He's a busy man. Okay, no worries. Where's Gene? Is he racing? Yeah, because he's racing e-buggy, yeah. Let's wait for the top heat, because if you got to take pictures, must... Danny just trying to get on top of his TQ pictures. So we're going to have a static race for her. I used to race with Jacob at RCIS. What's that, RCIS? What was that called? I know they used to have a track back in the day, an indoor track, indoor 8-scale track. Him and Tony and a couple other guys. I forget what it was called. But out front right now, John Kate, who is currently looking to smash Jake's TQ by 5 seconds, but he has only one long history of RC. So not surprised that at all, and it's booming right now in my opinion, and I think we're about to see 10 scale boom even more next year as the 10 scale Florida RC Championships will start by the brainchild of Mr. Lance McDonald. Understands that bringing the feel of the big races to the regional races here for these regional racers, giving them their own coverage brought to you by Danny Paz, who's becoming ever so more popular with his work. So you can thank him. Go to the WRCE channel as well. Hit that sub button. But remember, hit that sub, like, and notification button on the Florida RC Championships YouTube. We want to get to 1,000 followers, subs, sorry. And once we hit 1,000 subs, we will do a drawing, or Lance will do a drawing. And everybody who's a sub will get entered, and they will win a Nitro Buggy engine. So all you got to do is sub. Ultimate Nitro Buggy engine, I'm told. So thank you to Ultimate RC for their support. That's right. So you have to help it grow. We want to get to 1,000 subs, and you have to sub yourself to be entered into the competition. So you have a 1 in 1,000 chance to win on. Yep, nothing but a click of e-buggy of this class. But Danny has to get some pictures taken. So we do apologize. John Cade is currently out to the lead with a 3.2 second lead over Attila. Tyler Gent in third, Bryson Dyer fourth, Kurt Robinson fifth. There's John Cade. John Cade has a pretty epic beard in that picture. Bird skills 8.5 out of 10, I would say. Danny Paz, he is all over this, like everywhere, doing stuff. All righty. So talk to me in the chat, because John Cade's making this a boring one. He's now to an 8.8 second lead over Attila. I like that name. Is it Attila or Attila? Like, yeah, Zolsak. That sounds like a cool name to me. Cool name. Jake Lasko still holding on to that second spot. John Cade, the only one in front of him at this moment. 58 seconds left. He has quite a big lead over Jake Lasko's time. Jake with a 5.85.11, and John Cade currently on tap for an 8.5.04. So about to smash that TQ time right out of this atmosphere. But still, Jake will be in a great position as they look forward. They will get two 10-minute mains, 8-minute mains later on today.
30 seconds left.
So 8-minute double mains for our e-buggy racers here in the A final. We thank you all for tuning in.
15 seconds left.
John's beard is 10 out of 10, says Anna Balk. Okay. And it's pretty impressive. I just saw a picture of him, so well done to John Cade's beard game. Takes a lot of time and effort to have a beard of epic proportions like that. Shout out to our sponsor, Speed Team and Hobbies, TrinityInvisibleSpeed.net, and Beyond Credit Repair,
Washington done.
Complete Construction, High Tech RC, Exotic RC, Michael's RC Hobbies, Team Associated. Thank you for their support of the Florida RC Championships, BeachRC.com, Lead Finger Racing, Techno RC, HBR Racing, Rockstar Hobbies, and Go Machine, the high performance bushings, as well as JConcepts.net and ProTech RC for sponsoring the race for all of you out there in the atmosphere. And yes, no, the cameraman is not on break, Alex. He's actually taking pictures and uploading pictures. So they do TQ pictures of everybody. He's actually just editing those pictures and getting ready to put them up. But hopefully we can get Danny up there to video this next heat, because this is the top heat with Miller, Freud, and everybody in it, Danny. So he has a couple minutes. We do apologize, Alex. How it worked out with qualifying is our other two cameramen are actually running in these classes, so they have to get their cars ready as well. But we will be back. Danny is just finishing off a picture and uploading it to Facebook, because not only do you get coverage here, but you get your TQ pictures and all that cool stuff that you get to show off in your race reports. Race after this. Danny Paz is the man who does all of that, and he is busy, busy, busy. No problem. We're gonna have people. We're gonna have him. He's looking now. He's counting down the seconds. He's trying to edit this picture of TQ, and he's about to go up and get on the moving camera for us. All go, Danny Paz. We want moving cameras. Thank you, good buddy. And Baz is like, I need to edit this picture. Amazing what this man does. He is like an octopus, a man with 8 arms and able to do so many things at once. Miller Freud, Tony Rivas, JP Signs, Justin Newby, Gene Strout Jr., Derek Tim, Jay McConey, Benjamin Fox, Rocky Chips. Hope you guys are enjoying the coverage. Hit that like, sub, and notification button. Don't forget to go to the Florida RC Championship YouTube page. Hit that sub, notification, like button, and be entered in a chance to win a Nitro, Ultimate Nitro Buggy Engine when we hit 1,000 subs on that channel. Here you go. Have some stickers. Give him some stickers, please. All right, Freud. Oh, yeah, these guys got to remember they're on their own track time. Miller Freud on that red and yellow X-Ray, very fast at Wicked Weekend this past year. Bumped all the way up from like one of the last mains in E-Buggy and Sportsman. Now out here running open Nitro Buggy. There's no Sportsman class here. There we go, Alex. We're back to moving cameras for you, good buddy. Oh, we have Lance dishing out a warning for that blue Techno with a black wing. So they are getting a warning. Any more nefarious driving from that car will result in a stop and go. So he wants to keep it clean. Oh, Miller getting it side high, throwing up a fat whip right there. He's currently scored in third. JP Sainz is now in first. Let's see if we can find JP. Another, I believe, is from Colombia as well, Danny, if I'm wrong. Yes. So let's see when they come across the loop who we're following. I believe that's JP right there. That's JP. Miller. So there's our two top 1 and 2, JP and Miller. This is the HB Racing Open E-Buggy Heat 3 of 3. Thank you, everybody, for joining us in the chat. Hope you're enjoying the coverage of this round 6 of the Florida RC Championship as we see JP Signs still just slightly ahead of Miller Freud, the X-Ray versus HB. Colombia versus America. South Florida versus Middle Florida. Because Florida is huge. And it's full of alligators, crocodiles, manatees, sharks, orcas, snakes, cougars, and everything else that can kill you. Attack frogs. Miller Freud still putting a little bit of pressure on JP. Miller getting wrong over that double. That's going to cost him some time as JP is going down the crooked dragon's back. And JP will come across for 30. Now out to a 5.3 second lead over young Miller. Jay McConey in third. Tony Rivas, the veteran, in fourth. And Justin Newby now bumping up to fourth. Gene Strout Jr., who will help us cameraman her eventually, in sixth. So we wife forever helping out for us. She just let us know that she's got some vittles on the oven for us. So we will have some nice pulled pork here later on today for our lunch. We have 2 more races left in this round of qualifying, and then we will get right into, take a 30-minute break, and then we will get directly into the mains. So lots of racing left here today at the Epic RC Complex. So do not go anywhere, everybody. And if you ever want to come down and have a sample of the Florida RC Championships, get in contact with me, get in contact with Lance. If you're coming down here on a vacation and want to be a part of the premier 1/8 scale RC series in the USA, come on down and race with us here in Florida. And you will not forget it. It's an absolutely great atmosphere outside. Everybody's having fun. Everybody's smiling. You know, obviously this is racing too, so people want to do well. But they drive smart, drive with points in mind. JP Sainz right now, he's looking to just take TQ. So JP Sainz driving a very good race. Very smart. He's got 49 seconds left to go. And he is showing why he is doing really well. Like I said, he's got a 9.1 second lead over Miller. And Miller making some big mistakes and costing him lots of costly time as he drops down to third. Gene Strout Jr. moving up to fourth, but showing the red line of death. And that's going to drop him down 42.4 seconds back down to sixth. Tony Rivas and Diago Bianchi take over that fourth and fifth spot. Diago from Brazil. Dominican understands my crazy Spanish. 1 second left in this race. And my buddy Sebastian Beltran, who is tuning in, I think he's from Medellin. What's the track up in Medellin that's having this race? It's Kenneth's track? So I heard you guys have a big race. Nico Parra's going down there. He says he's coming down to show his fellow Colombians that what he's learned over here in America. Yeah, Nico Parra's going down to Colombia to race. We are on race 20 now, Danny. That's right. Here we are. We got 2 more races left, and then we're going to take a break here, get some lunch.
Justin Newby on 4, Rob Offit on 9, Jared Kim on 6, and Ben Fox, please, on the 8.
Tyler Hooks.
What happened, Ben? Don't know yet.
Danny, we need to clone you somehow. We're going to take... He is, most definitely. Gene. Eugene. I can't call him the machine. All right, up next is the LFR Pro E-Buggy Heat 1 of 2. Let's see who we have in there. We have Dustin, Mr. Monster Truck Spallone, Sean Krause, Nolan Manchester, Tyler Hooks, Eduardo Garcia, Kenny Setzer, and JR Mitch. Kenny Setzer taking TQ of your Nitro Buggy class here. Can he repeat this in E-Buggy? He did it from the last heat as well. JR Mitch, a veteran of E-Buggy and Nitro Buggy here in Florida, coming out to race with, excuse me? He has been racing for 40 years. Oh, wow, 35-year-old shirts. They don't make them like that anymore. But Dustin Spallone showing me his monster truck earlier. Danny Paz is going back up onto the moving cameras for Rob Lufo. How are you doing, good buddy? You got to come down and check out one of these FRCC races. These guys are flying down here, man. And as we see that, it's you know what's making this track kind of stay. It's a little bit different from yesterday. It's still no sun directly hitting it, so it's not getting as high bite as it did yesterday. Which is quite impressive, to be honest. It's added a spanner to the spokes of everybody's setup plans from yesterday. And it's actually keeping it decently cool in here, as the 5,000 BTU AC is feverishly working to keep us cool in here, but it's so much machinery going. Robert says, I'm doing good, waiting till I finish my trailer, and I will be at Lance's races. They are the best. Yes, sir. Are you going to AMS? We shall be there. We are looking at, let's see, is this JR Mitch right now? This is Nolan Manchester, but let's show the world a little bit of the veteran JR Mitch, who is right here. Haven't seen JR race for quite some time. I know he's been doing some 10 scale and some online, some FPV videos as well. As he comes down the straightaway, that is a 33.8. Kenny Setzer right behind him, a 33.8 as well. But he's 1/10 of a second back. Sean Krause, what 4/10 back from Kenny Setzer. Sorry, from the lead. He's 2/10 back of Kenny Setzer. This is a tight race between Mitch, Setzer, Krause, Hooks, and Spallone, only being separated by 1.8 seconds. With 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. So these guys are battling for position. I think that's Spallone right there getting a little bit wrong. Coming to the, oh, and he gets it wrong there again. So that's going to be a long lap for Dustin. No, Dustin came by, sorry. I apologize. Dustin is right there, actually. So Dustin threw it on a 35-1. He's now about 2 seconds back of J.R. Mitch. J.R. Mitch having a long lap of sorts. Kenny Setzer throwing down a 33-6. Kenny Setzer is carrying on with that pace that he found in Nitro Buggy earlier on and looking to set the gauntlet down in Q2 of Pro E-Buggy, brought to you by Lead Finger Racing. And there we are on board with Hooks, Tyler Hooks of J Concepts fame. Oh, he also works for Live RC. He also worked for Techno RC, aka back in the day. Still believe he works for Tekin. Kenny Setzer, let's see when the Setzer comes by. Kenneth throws by, and it's a 34-5. Tyler Hooks a 33 flat, inherits that top spot. So Tyler on fire. There's a pink and yellow of Setzer on board now. Switching over to TLR, the younger brother of Lee Setzer. Trying to show that he is Lee is not the only fast Setzer in the family. So Hooks from Setzer, Mitch, Kraus, Nolan, Manchester, Spallone. He's way back. He's 11 seconds back out of first, 1.9 seconds back of Nolan, Manchester. So Dustin got 1 minute and 33 seconds to put his head down and click off some fast laps. And we are following right now at this moment. J.R. Mitch. That fluorescent red and yellow paint job. He's currently being scored down in third. 3.2 out of first. So any mistakes by Hooks. Kenny Setzer ready to pounce. Kenny Setzer just doing a 33-6. Jeez, a 33. Follows it up with a 33-8. So Setzer out there banging off some fast laps. Sorry, Hooks with a 33-8. That's gonna be well for him. Kenny losing some time, losing a whole second on that last lap. 33-6. 33-6 prior to that, and then a 34-7 after that. So Kenny looking to challenge Hooks. So we see Hooks getting it wrong coming onto the straightaway. And that's going to give him a 30. Actually dropping down to third with a 37-6. So unfortunate for the younger Setzer. Showing some great pace here. I thought he was going to do what he done in Nitro Buggy earlier. But some mistakes has cost him, but that's fine. I'm sure it's going to put him in a good setting and a good position going into the up. Then we'll take a 30-minute break and get right into finals. Awesome, Rob Lupo. Be good to be there, yes. We got some of the Europeans coming over. Canas Barufalo in that new WRCE car. Well, his new ride, sorry. Robert Battier. Pekko Ivanen, the young Finnish phenom. And, of course, everybody's favorite Finnish driver, Beaker Q. Woo, boy. Well done, Tyler Hooks. Well done, Tyler Hooks. So Tyler Hooks sets down the gauntlet at 9.505. Can Trent Walker, Julian Oliveras, Carlo Gonzalez, Jada Lopez, Nicholas Parra, Gabriel Santaga, Jonathan Hernandez, Ben Bardo, Ryan Harris beat that? We shall find out shortly at the end of this next 7-minute run. Can the consistent Trent Walker pip Tyler Hooks? Can Julian Oliveras considered to be the fastest RC racer in Florida? Show people why he has that moniker. Young Julian, man of very few words.
2 minutes to the start of the race. Jada Lopez. Trent Walker. Carlos Gonzalez. Julian Oliveras. Ben Brittle. Nicholas Parra. Gabriel Santiago.
Wait on check from Jonathan Hernandez. Come on, guys, I need the rest of my marshals out here, please. Mr. Marshall on 7. Gerald Mitch on the top right. Mr. Marshall on 2 and 3. That's Sean Krause, 3 Nolan Manchester.
Alrighty, up next. Let's see. Who took TQ of this round in round 1? Let me have a look. Let's see. This is the Lead Finger Racing Pro Nitro Pro E-Buggy. I really need my glasses. There we go. Tyler Hooks. So, all right. So Tyler Hooks took a 0. So Tyler Hooks is in a very good position. Hold on, let's see. No. So, okay. Let me reset this. Ooh, Tyler Hooks actually has a faster. Who was your winner in round 1? So Tyler Hooks is in good position. He already has a first round TQ. So can Hooks hold on to it as we watch the upper echelon, the top heat, the LFR Pro E Buggy at the 2023 Florida RC Championships. Don't forget to head over to that YouTube channel. That's right, Florida RC Championships. Hit that like, sub, notification button. Give it a share because we need to get it up to 1,000 subs. When it hits 1,000 subs, those 1,000 subs will be put into a giveaway for a ultimate nitro buggy engine. So all you have to do is click that like, sub, notification button, and you are already entered into a competition to win a. It's a free, completely free, pro nitro buggy. Sorry, ultimate nitro buggy engine. So hit that sub button, guys. Let's do it as we are on tap. Julian Oliveris. There's Julian right there, I believe. He is out there throwing on a 33.3. Ryan Styles Harris from 34.6. So coming out of retirement, hasn't run 8 scale for quite some time. Jader Lopez, Gabriel Santiago, Carlos Gonzalez, Trent Walker, Ben Bertle, Nico Parra, and Jonathan Hernandez finishing those over your top 9. But Julian coming by slightly slower, Trent 33.8. Carlos Gonzalez moves up to that second spot, 34.7 for Gonzalez. I think that's Gonzalez going down the backside of the track there. So there's Gonzalez right there, that pink and purple. Trent Walker, the big mover, now up to second. 3.7 back of Julian Oliveris. Trent, very good racer, probably the most point. But right now, it's Julian and Trent racing each other. There's Julian, there's Trent in the Corsa gray, Corsa blue, and yellow, white Mayako. So many years. He's going to a fine young man as he goes up and over. Slams it down. Trent now, let's see, that was a 35 flat that last lap. He's 4.4 seconds back of Julian. Julian currently on pace for a 9.504. If he does that, he will be your overall TQ. Julian throwing on a 33.2. What a flamer by Julian with 1 minute and 58 seconds left to go. Let's see what Trent replies with. A 35.2, so Trent, consistency key is key. All right, now, though, if he finishes now, Trent will be scored in 7th overall for this round. That should be good enough to secure him into the air, actually. Right behind Styles Harris, I want to say. There's Jader. Jader is slowly melting away. Lost an incredible amount of weight. Well done to Jader. Trent not having a very long lap, and Jader having a long lap too. Is he going to get that? Yeah, and he gives that position back to Trent. Ryan Harris having a solid qualifier. 1 minute left. Maybe we should follow him. I think that's him right there, Danny. Let's find Ryan Styles Harris making a comeback into 8 scale. Always good to see him. First time really talking to him just now. Today, went up and meeting is over there pitting with Dustin. And there we see, oh man, and just getting it wrong. Him and Jada having a fight out there. No, that's not Jada, that's Carlos Gonzalez. So that's Gonzalez and Harris. They're actually battling for position. And they're battling on the track, sorry. Harris looking very smooth out there, not making any mistakes, not taking any risks. He did come out to the warm-up racer earlier, so you can see that helped him out a bit. Made a pretty cool video about this, about his warm-up race and his preparation for this race and what he wanted the car to do and what it was doing. You guys should go check it out. His YouTube channel is pretty awesome. And he's coming up over the crooked. Oh, I haven't seen that line where he completely doubled that. So that was a pretty good line from Harris, and that was a 35.1 for him. So Trent's still in second. Julian has a 15.4 second lead. Wow. Yeah, he jumped the double on the crooked track. Like he jumped from off that jump and cleared the hill double just now at the very back. Alrighty, so that is going to wrap up our last qualifier of the day. We are going to take a 30-minute break, and we will be back shortly to bring you the finals of today. So don't go anywhere. We are back shortly. We're going to take a little break, 30 minutes to be exact, and we are going right through to the last race once Lance sets up all the mains. So don't go anywhere. I'm going to take a break, and I will be back to talk to you guys very shortly. That said, Lefty is out, Nitro is the glory, E-Buggy and E-Truggy are paying the bills here at the 2023 Florida RC Championships at the Epic RC Complex. We will be back in 30 minutes.
So I need opening buggy, PQ. JP Signs, report the podium. JP Signs, report the podium, please, for PQ photo. And throw E-buggy. Julian, please report the podium, please, for PQ photo. All right, guys, I'm going to set up the mains here real quick.